But yeah, after waxing for so long, I'll never go back to shape.
Come back to another episode. Thank you guys for being here. Happy Saturday, guys. Unbelievable. Already. Brandon, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Thank you for being here.
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm great. Joker Jay, how are you, my friend? Thank you for being here tonight.
Hello. How's everyone doing? Right. Happy Saturday.
We have... Obviously, guys, we have something to talk about again. We have the two we have the release and the announcement. I have some in-art complaints. I have one complaint. So we're gonna get into that at some point. But first, obviously, let's say hello to you guys. And also Brandon has some news for you guys tonight about you want to say it now or you want to wait till later on?
You know what? I'll mention it now. And then we can talk about it later. How's that?
All right, go ahead.
Feel good? Hang on. I'm getting my lighting adjusted here.
Look at you. Okay. You look so human-like now.
I know. Like, look at me. My future. In fact, here, let me change this up. My future's so bright, bro. I gotta wear shades.
He said, "My future's so bright, bro."
You look like that emoji.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I look like an emoji. There you go. No, so hey, this is exciting. I sent you a couple of pictures, Fabs. We can look at those later. But to everybody out there in the audience, we're going to be raffling off a crosshair on the Scrapyard website. So we're going to be selling tickets through the website. I don't know if we can see him here. We're not going to budge him a little bit, but we'll get to that later. But we're going to be selling tickets on the website. You'll be able to buy them in bundles of 1, 5, and 10. Tickets are going to be $15 a piece, and there's going to be 50 tickets available. So for $15, you could get in on a crosshair. He's displayed behind glass, stellar condition and complete, and we'll look at some pictures of him later.
Beautiful. So you heard it here first, guys. We're going to have a raffle for Crosshair and Crosshair only. 50 spots opening. We'll get more details later on. We're going to get pictures of the actual figure. So stay tuned, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button if you just got here. There's 20 of you guys here. Thank you guys for being here as well. Don't forget, less is more. If your favorite channel has over 100 watching, you know what that means. They don't shower ever. We have a card in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. Happy Saturday.
I'm doing.
Welcome. We got Talia in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here.
Konnichiwa means what's up.
See who else we got in the house tonight. We got Christian, my friend, fresh out of surgery.
Hello.
Welcome. He's doing well, as you guys can see. He's alive and back.
Awesome.
He said I should expect a couple thousand super chats tonight. I don't know. We'll see. He says, thank you for your prayers. I will be paying you back. So I hope that's what that means. We'll see what happens. We got Giovan in the house. Welcome, my friend. Hello. Thank you for being here. We got Luch.
Konnichiwa, bitch.
Welcome, my friend. He says, what up, my 1/6 present toys collectors. Yeah, guys, he's excited because Ripley came out, and she actually looks very nice for what she. If you guys like pay attention to what she is, it's a head sculpt with a Fison and a t-shirt. And he's like, yeah, collectibles. You know what I mean? So this is how you know you're not experienced. This is how you know you're This is how you know you're a customizer and a customizer only. When you get excited about a figure that comes with a Fison, okay? That's when you know you have a problem. We have, let's see who else we have in the house. We got Bo.
How you doing?
Bo. It says, if you see, take a shot.
Oh man, this will be a short show. The whole audience is gonna fall out 10 minutes in.
Well, I hope not.
Oh my god. Let's see who else is in here. We got Ryan in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Konnichiwa means what's up.
We got Thule. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here.
How you doing?
Let's see who else is in here. Yes, guys, don't forget to hit that like button. There's 22 of you guys in here. Thank you guys for being here as well. We got Figure It Out in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. We got Leo. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. We got Chris from the UK. Shout out to the UK.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up?
Morning, Three Figures Fabs, JJ and Mad Mike. Listen, Chris, when are you gonna send me that figure? Chris did a video, did a few videos, and he says, this is your figure if you like, this is your figure if you comment, this is so I did all, and I'm still waiting for my figure. Chris, what's going on?
I feel like I'm not in on the joke.
It's a trend that YouTubers do to get 1 million subs. So Chris did it without editing the video at all, and I thought it was the smartest thing because I'm like, oh, I need editing software to do this, and he just said, you know what, I don't need shit, and he went from one to the other and I was like, oh, he's a genius. So I'm just messing with him. Let's see who else. Hit that like. Yes, guys, don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't yet. Thank you guys for being here. We got Jim, my friend. Welcome.
Yay.
There's your girl. You and Brad. You're in a super creepy club.
Oh man. To the audacity of the veteran Unreal, he asked folks not to be late, then he show up late himself. Actually, we were all on time, but backstage, Brandon was telling us a personal story. So we had to listen.
Yeah. We could, yeah. Next tweet. Next comment.
Oh man, Jim says, waiting to see the clock jump another 2 hours. This guy, unbelievable. Late as always. Christian.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
That's a great clip.
Christian, we need to all chip in and buy. Oh, watch. You know what I need? I need the Galaxy 6. I think they're up to now.
Ew, Android. Ugh.
Yeah, okay. Do
Does
you
Hot
know?
Wheels make watches?
Bro, I used to be able to say if your text message didn't pop up on my Mac, then I don't reply. But I had to shift that recently because of RCS.
Remember the video about who needs iPhones to be a certain gender. So remember that. Yes, I'll send you the video. No. Let's not get started with this battle because
it's okay,
iPhone will lose.
Is it turning Frog gay?
Huh?
Is it turning Frog gay? What? What's going on?
I don't know, Brandon.
It's just the way it goes, man. See, Fabs, you have iPhone users here at the high end of society and the IQ level, and then you have Android users that are constantly like trying to reach, and they just can't get there.
He said, "Welcome all to the apology tour." What the hell is that?
I think it's talking about me.
How are you? It's like, how are you, my friend? Welcome.
Hello. That's funny.
We got Albert in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Also, Albert, very disrespectful of you. I posted my daily video today, and it was Iron Man. It was the red and chrome Iron Man with that ultimate Tom Cruise head sculpt on. And I actually got a nice pose out of it, and that was my video. And he had a comment that I'm not going to say, but it was very, very disrespectful, Albert. I left it alone. I left it alone because I didn't want to ruin your Saturday, but you know what I mean.
Because it was very disrespectful.
You know what he did? You know what he put under my video? He put the meme of Michael Jordan saying, "Stop it. Get some help." After my I was like, how dare you? But I didn't do it. I was like,
Dude, that's good. That's good.
So disrespectful.
That's funny. That
It's
is funny.
crazy, but that's such a great meme. Stop it. Get some help. I was like, what a dick. Oh my god. We got Liam in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Konnichiwa.
We got Jose in the house. Welcome, my friend. We have this guy. Guys, for those who don't know Jose just fell for the biggest scam in humanity. He just got himself a Tesla, okay? He fell for the biggest scam in history, okay? Now he's going to bring us back to the Flintstone era with these purchases of electric vehicles. Unbelievable. He said, "What's up, fellow collectors? Very exciting week. Managed to grab Purge Trooper Commander and the Batman Beyond figure before selling out." Yeah, guys, the Batman Beyond is from Mondo. All those figures look really nice. Every single one of them look very, very nice. My dog's rating has been shipped. We'll put. Oh, awesome! Can't wait to see. Can't wait. He said you're getting the bag. This guy, unbelievable. Yike. And thank you, Thule. Android is king, just like Hot Toys is king.
Ew.
And I can guarantee you, people who buy InArt have iPhones, all of them.
Get out of here. Okay, well.
All of
I guess
them.
I do have 5 more Deebs coming, so I guess I'll allow that.
See, he's a Tesla. That's right. Jose's balling now with the Tesla. I got the Mondo Mac ready yesterday. Not impressed. What do you mean? They're actually nice. I like them. I think they look great. The Thundercat stuff that they did looks great. The what was it? The Venom that they just did looks great. I saw the Batman Beyond looks great. That head sculpt looks very nice. Yes, you cannot. If you're looking at that and you're trying to compare that to a Hot Toys, you'll fail every time, and you're going to be disappointed every single time. You cannot compare that to a Hot Toys figure. It's not that at all. They're not trying to be that at all. They have their own type of figures that they're making for the people who want that style of figure and those specific characters in that style of figure. They're not looking to compete with Hot Toys. They're not looking to compete with InArt. They're not looking for real life likeness to these figures. Absolutely not. So don't do that. If you're looking to buy Mondo anything, do not think that you're getting anything like a Hot Toy, because you're not. It's a fancier style of toy compared to, for example, your 80s and 90s type of toy, like that type of toy, not a high end like a Hot Toys would be.
Right, like they try for like accurate look. Like they have Roddy Piper from They Live, and they have McCready from, like they have film accurate looks.
Right.
But they're not, like they don't even tout themselves as trying to like aspire to be like a Hot Toys type of company. Like they definitely aren't, you know what I mean? They'll give you soft goods and stuff like that and decent likenesses, but it's not, like you were saying, it's not that type of company.
Right.
Mondo is Mondo the one that produces the Masters of the Universe figures?
Yep.
Okay.
How do you
they charge quite a bit for those, which is the thing.
Exactly.
They are 1/6 scale, and they charge about $225 to $250.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I've seen though, especially the deluxes, like I saw the He-Man and the Skeletor Deluxe, and they come with a lot of kit, man. They come with a lot of accessories.
For what they are, they're amazing.
Yep.
Sure.
But if you're new to the game and you're looking at like what's a Hot Toy and what's this, they're two different things.
It's not that. Yep. Figure It Out says jacket on McReady sucks.
Really? Why? It's supposed to be real leather. I wonder why. It's probably puffy or something, maybe.
Tom Iron Man. He said, "Fast me by Tom Iron Man." How dare you? How dare you, Chris? Liam says, "How much is a Batman Beyond figure? I'm looking to give my best friend a Batman Beyond care package for Christmas." I don't know, Jose. If you're still in here, please let us know. I think it was definitely every single figure that Mondo makes is over $200. So I've seen, like Jay said, 220. I've seen 240, 235. So it's up there. It's not cheap at all. But like Brandon said, they come with a lot of stuff. You could get way different, multiple different looks out of every single figure. Like, for example, I think He-Man comes with like 3 different head sculpts. I think Skeletor also. He comes with the dinosaur as well, with like the T-Rex, like a baby T-Rex. So they come with a lot. I saw that Terry, the Batman Beyond figure, comes with a head sculpt, which looks very nice. And he obviously comes with the helmeted look, but he comes with like wings and all these things. So really, really nice. Oh, there it is. 225, Liam. So not terrible, but it's, you another $40, $50, and you get a Hot Toy. You know what I mean? So it's like, Modas, welcome. Nice to see you.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Let's see. Big Dog, my friend. Woo!
Hello! That's Mondo, Masters of the Universe, Orko.
Oh,
that was
hold on.
$250. Well, I got him for cheaper, but I mean, he retailed for $220, $250, something like that. I don't know.
How many head sculpts?
And that's Mondo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's 2 different head sculpts. There's 3 different versions of him. There's tons of accessories. There's other creatures. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Am I going to be looking at Pain Through the Nose now that he's in aftermarket?
Yes.
I got mine aftermarket, and somebody I just got him at, I got in on one of those bids at the right time, and I got it for less than what it was going for. So you can find a deal.
But they have been having these limited pieces. Jose, can you explain? I know you got them all. You've been having like these pre-orders, like as soon as they're out for pre-order, they sell out immediately. So I'm assuming, what?
That's what that was.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So you can
put them
get
up for sale for like 3 weeks or something like that. And if you don't get in, that's it. They don't reprint them. They don't redo nothing. And then it's just aftermarket after there.
Right. Yeah. Because I know, like I said, I know Jose's on top of all of them. I know he gets them all. At least he tries to. I know the one that I remember being an exclusive, like a quick one that went, was that Omega Red. That Omega Red, I was like, oh, that looks cool. And that I remember went real quickly too. As soon as they went up for pre-order, sold out immediately. Jose said it's sold out now, but they will be releasing a regular edition soon. Okay, there you go. Figure It Out says, yeah. What happened? Yeah, Joker jacket too puffy. Doesn't fit correctly. Collar is oversized, and hair gets in the way. I'll have a video up in an hour or so. Nice. Share the video. Share the video in the group if you're in the group.
Yeah, put the link.
Keep an eye out on it. Logan, my friend, long time. Welcome. Nice to see you. He says, can't do the Mondo thing for the money. I want realism, and they're just a big action figure. Yep, exactly. And that's what I'm saying. It's a completely different world of figure that you're paying top dollar for, right? You're not going to get that type of Hot Toys look at all. Right. If anything, it'll be closer to a sideshow figure. And that's not even, fair to say, because the bodies are just completely different bodies than anything that, sideshow uses, that Hot Toys uses. So it's a 1/6 scale toy. Like, even though Hot Toy is a toy, like this is like a real toy. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. Paul, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Let's see. All right. I think we got everybody. Let's see, Talia. All right. So we're gonna get started, guys. So first, obviously, we're gonna start with the Batman. So as you can see, we have the Frank Miller Batman. So this is a comic book style Batman. I obviously went over this when it was announced. I believe it was on Thursday. So let's go with you, Jake. Is this something that is appealing to you? Do you know about this Fat Batman? How do you feel about the Fat Batman? Do you like the fact that Hot Toys is getting into this?
Okay, so first off, I just saw Batman Returns, Dark Knight Returns. I thought it was the 3rd movie, Christian Bale. I was like, yawn. I just ignored the post and I went to work. And I didn't see anything for hours and hours and hours. And then when I looked and I saw this, I was like, holy, this is for them to do this along with Dr. Doom, like that comic line, because that Iron Man was like an abstract version, that one that came out with the comic line. I got them both. The blue and they're behind me right here. The blue and the red one and yellow one. But these are actual like from the pages. You know, that Doctor Doom is like a comic book Doctor Doom. This is absolutely the Frank Miller. First thing I thought of was the comic I saw when I was a kid. I think it was the second part of the series. It's Batman, and he looks like you said, all the proportions, everything's so tight and huge and fat. And he had like he had some damage. He had the blue suit on with the yellow bat symbol on it, and that's an iconic cover. So when I saw this guy, I was like, this is cool. This is really, really cool, and people are gonna freak out. And then I watch all the reactions to this thing, and it seems like nobody likes it. And I don't get it. I don't get it.
That's what I was going to mention too.
It's a masterpiece. If you really look at this thing, it's a masterpiece. And Thursday, I was kind of like, it's okay, but there's some shit. But over the last couple of days, I actually went back. I watched the movies to see what this whole story was. I did some looking into the Frank Miller era and all that, and I'm in love with it now. But the only thing that's stopping me from pulling the trigger is now, do I want to wait for the blue and gray suit? Because there's this and the other version are a part of this storyline. So do I want both? Do I want just this one? Like, I got a lot of Batman. I'm starting to get like, how many Batman do I need? But this one is hitting me like in the feels so bad the past couple of days. I just keep going back and looking at it. So I'm like, you know, I got to admit, I really like this thing. I really like this thing.
And like I told you guys, you know, I didn't even know that. Anything he said, I have no idea because I didn't read the comics. I don't know anything about the comics. But just the fact that Hot Toys had mentioned, and I told you guys this on Thursday, that they developed this new body for this figure. They're going to reuse it over and over and over, like I said, at least 2 to 3 times. So we're going to get variants of something out of here. And as you just heard Jay, the standard blue and gray is most likely coming. Like I said, there's also going to be an armored version. Superman will most likely be the same body. And somebody, I figured who it was, they posted a picture of Wonder Woman as part of that same comic. So there's also a possibility that Wonder Woman will be made as well. Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, that's the thing. I went and watched to see the story and everything, and it's like, yeah, there's multiple versions of him in here. So you know you're gonna get it. This to me is like, okay, so they started with the comics line and they gave us those Iron Men, and those Iron Men were not what we wanted. We didn't want those clear plastic pieces all over the place, right? So everybody kind of didn't really think much about that comics line after that. It just kind of sat there. And then now we get Hono, and everybody's like, Hono's fantastic because it's given us a real comic line. Like, this is really what we want. But we had to sacrifice a little bit of the Hot Toys aspect of things and get it through Hono. Well, now Hot Toys is giving it to us with this. So it's like, now why do we need Hono? This is entirely what we wanted. I wanted when I think all the comic heads that are going to love this. This is what we want. We want this level of quality. Maybe even if you wanted to go further with it, you could go even better and give them like ankle pivot and, you know, maybe make those face sculpts look a little more human rather than I don't know, but it's gorgeous. I love this thing. Jean just texted me. She's like, no, it's ugly. I'm like, no. I'm like, you just got to know what it is. If you know what it is, it's like, this is like one of the most iconic things. Like, there's a few Batmans, like the Death in the Family, Killing Joker. There's like some stuff that even if you don't know like deep lore, you know these iconic ones. This is one of them. So how could I not have this thing? And to be honest with you, all last night and all day today, I haven't been able to stop thinking about it. I keep looking at it. I keep doing research. I'm like, why does he have the gun? What's up with the gun? He looks great with a gun, but does Batman need a gun? Why does he got to, you know?
Right.
So I'm all in, man. I love it. I love it.
Brandon.
You know, I as soon as I saw it, I thought to myself, why? Like, I thought, this is a terrible figure. It's ugly. I have no attachment, no interest whatsoever. But I'll tell you, hearing Jay sound off and draw the picture for me, I get it. Not for me, won't be on my shelf, but I'm glad Jay's getting one. Like, you could tell just by the verbiage that he uses, he's excited for this figure. And I like that. Anytime somebody gets something that they want, I'm all for it. But
Now,
on
now, how
the
do you
other
feel?
side of it, I am hearing a lot of people talk shit and trash it, absolutely. But they're probably really not fans of the story. Jay's clearly a fan of the story, so this is for him, and I like that.
Now, question for you: how do you feel about the fact that this is not going to be the only one, that we're going to get this repurposed, repainted, reused? How do you feel about that as a collector in general? Not about this specifically, but in general.
As a collector, I usually like repaints, like we've been seeing amazing clones come out in the Star Wars line and the Clone Wars line specifically because they get to reuse a lot of the parts and just change the paint job. So normally I'm a fan of that, especially when it comes to army building. I don't know how many different versions of this Batman I could get down with though, So normally I'm all for repaints, but I don't know. I mean, unless there are other figures that or other similarly proportioned versions of Batman, that Jay can get excited about. But actually, now that I'm thinking about this reminds me a lot of the Batman Arkham games, because in the Arkham games he was swole like that, like he was stocky and built. So
Well,
I mean, if they're going to start doing figures like that, then yeah, by all means.
here's another aspect of it that's cool. This is the inspiration for Ben Affleck's Batman. The
That's
bat
kind of what I
symbol's the
figured.
same, short ears, stockier
Yeah, no
build.
neck.
Yeah. And there's the variation of him is the blue outfit. So instead of the black bat symbol, he's got the yellow one, and his cape and underwear and everything's blue, and it's battle damage. So if you just imagine that, just battle damage with the blue outfit, that's what's coming next. And then they have an armored one, which is also the inspiration for the Batman versus Superman armor that he made in that Ben Affleck movie too.
Can I
So
tell
there's
you?
a lot of inspiration and think for things were pulled from this series. So it's the iconography of it is what gets me more than anything, because
Sure.
Batman's like top tier.
And one thing
I never watched
bring...
Batman versus Superman. I saw that Martha scene, and
Yeah.
I'm like, a little too cringe. I don't know if I can get down with that. But
Yeah,
I thought the armor, the armor with the light up eyes and everything, I thought was all pretty neat. Seeing him with the kryptonite spear was pretty cool. But as far as that went was YouTube. So
here's a picture.
It was like I felt like I was a kid again watching like wrestling or something. It was like you were like, oh, this is going to be so dope. You know what I mean? But then it was like, oh, it's like he's the mom's name, and you're like, oh, who wrote this trash?
Yeah.
So here's a picture of the actual Batman now at the display at Secret Base. And as you can see, this thing looks massive. Okay. This thing looks tall. I don't know how tall it's going to be. I have to look at the description on Sideshow. I haven't yet.
I have the FSR Gotham by Gaslight coming too, and he's got big beefy body like that. So this will go nice right. The Gotham by Gaslight SSR. It's the only SSR figure I ordered. Some of you guys out there know what they're like, but they look pretty big to me,
Yeah, the SSR are big bodies too. I don't know. Let me see how tall this is. So what's in the box?
What's in the box?
32 centimeters. So your standard what? Your standard 12 inches, 13 inches?
Sounds about right.
Right? 32 centimeters. So it's not super tall. It just looks very bulky because of the body style that they used. So wait, where'd it go? Here it is. So as you can see, again, this should be, in my opinion, a Hono all day, every day. I don't think that this
kind of has a Hono vibe,
right? Like this, and like I said on Thursday, I understand it. I get it. They have to milk the hell out of this to be able to make that money. I understand, but this doesn't get any more basic. There's no likeness permission, so they didn't spend money on anything regarding that. Right. So obviously they have to get the license for the comic, whatever, blah, blah, blah. That's your standard thing that they have to do to make any product. And on top of that, there is nothing fancy about any of it. Right. So why are we paying top dollar for something that could have been pulled off by Hono? Right. I don't understand. I mean, again, I get it. But it's like, why? Why are you wasting your time and resources on Hot Toys' stuff when you could be doing better things? You could be giving us, for example, a Rhino from the video game, right? You could be giving us way better things than wasting your time, wasting Hot Toys' workers' time on stuff like this when you could give this away to Hono. So that's the only thing that's bothering me about it. Besides that, I don't know the Batman. I still want this figure. I know it's going to become something because let me tell you, this is not going to be the only one that they're going to be made. That's going to be made. And also another thing that's going to happen is you're going to start seeing other characters from this line that are going to make the line more appealing. And now if that happens and nobody falls for it, then you better believe they're going to stop.
Well, just variations in general of the different years of the comics line. They're realizing is an untapped resource that they haven't really gotten into because they have depth of movies, but you need likeness rights and so on and so forth. This, if there's a market there, which is what they're hoping, and they're finding out that there is, this is like miles deep for each character. There's 100 different Supermen they can give you. There's 100 different Batmen they can give you, and we'll buy most of them. You know what I mean? So this is not going anywhere. This is just going to get deeper and deeper and deeper. 7-8 years from now, you're going to have so many characters. Like it ain't going nowhere. But I don't like you just said with this slight price difference. Like, what's the difference? We're talking a difference of $50 between this and Hono. Where's why have like the tiers in boxing or whatever? Like, do you really need like a 5-pound weight difference? Shouldn't it be spaced out a little more than that? Like, this seems a little too close to Hono that they need to merge those two worlds and leave that alone.
Wait, so you're on the opposite end. So I was saying if Hono, it's like, so my thing was before Hono, I understand all we had was Hot Toys. Now there's Hono, right? So don't be wasting time from Hot Toys or with Hot Toys when you could be doing this stuff with Hono. That was my view. But you're saying forget Hono and what? Just be one.
I'm saying either get rid of Hono and just give us this, or get rid of this and give us Hono, but don't make Hono a entry level fee type of thing anymore. Make the figures.
What's the ticket? What's the ticket on this figure?
So make it 250.
255.
Maybe that's why, because we saw the Hono stuff was dropping. What was Magneto, 200? So maybe they've got a pricing threshold. If they're going to price it up to a certain point, or if it's going to be under a certain point, then they release it under Hono. Maybe that's the thing.
Well, they do, but that's what I'm saying.
Like, right.
Why have that if they can give us this? Why have any distinction? Just make Hono this and give us this. Give us that Dr. Doom and this and stuff like this. But it's only $50 more in quality, but I'm cool with that. Because that Wolverine's great, but if you wanted to make that belt, $50 more and get rid of a little bit of the plastic, I'd be cool with that. You know what I mean? So they're so close. I don't understand why we need both.
And Logan says, need to do an Alex Ross versions. I'm telling you, if they're getting into this, it's only a matter of time until they get into Alex Ross. And it's that's
what I'm saying. I'm like, if they gave a Death in the Family Batman, I'd grab that in a heartbeat. Like, as much as I say I got a limit to things, I guess I don't, man. If they give me the right thing, they're going to get me every time. Because I keep going, I got a budget. And I just keep going, no, I got to get this thing. Gina right now is pulling her hair out, going, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, I just saw her name too. Gina, welcome.
Because she knows. She's trying to be the good she whispers in my ear. She's like, "You have a lot." She's like, "You need to slow down." I'm like, "I know." And then here I am. Two days later, I'm on here going, "I gotta have this thing."
Yeah, no. So he's 100% right. He's saying we need them. They're coming. I have a feeling that, again, I would have never expected this. I understand that it's a big comic book. I get it. But it doesn't mean just because something's a big comic that Hot Toys is automatically going to jump into it. Obviously not. So that's why I would have never said, we're getting this back. Never. That would have never crossed my mind. But now that this is out, forget it. Now that I saw the picture, I even said at least Superman, not even realizing that Wonder Woman was a part of the comic. And now that I saw that she is, you better believe that if this does well, at least in the beginning, because we're going to get this most likely either a Superman or a variant to keep the line going, keep the line exciting, keep it hyped, right? Are we going to get villains? I couldn't even tell you who a villain would be from this comic. But would you know, Jack?
There's a Joker in an all white suit. Like, think of what was the one you just got that his eyes light up and he's got Khonshu? What's that guy's name?
Moon Knight.
Yeah, Moon Knight. You know, the Mr. Knight. Imagine that, but as the Joker. Like, it's hot. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, so
Pretty
there you
neat.
go. So is it gonna happen? Who knows? Remember that forever Hot Toys was not bothering making villains, right? Everybody was always, oh, please make villains, please. I don't know who was around for that, but that was a thing, right? They were not making villains at all, and everybody was always the main character, or maybe, the partner character, and that was as far as they went. They never really made full lines, never really made villains at that. Once they started making villains, it was game over. So obviously the first villain that they were making, at the time were always big, the Joker, they had made Darth Vader, stuff like that, and go, really, really back. It was T-800, right? It was the very first ones were Kyle Reese, the T-800, the T-800 battle damage. So it was stuff like that, right? You want to call him the anti-hero, you want to call him a villain, but that's the type of stuff they were making, but it wasn't villains all the time. Now we're getting villains left and right. We're getting a lot more villains than we ever did from Hot Toys. So do I expect villains from this? If the line does well, absolutely. Why wouldn't we? Right? But if it doesn't, it's most likely going to end at the superheroes and most likely going to be, up to Wonder Woman if we even get that far. Obviously, if we have variants for Batman, we're going to get variants for Batman. If we have a variant for Superman, which I don't know, right? I'm just expecting your regular blue and red suit, your standard, Superman suit that I saw in the comic. Most likely going to reuse the same exact body for that figure as well, because there's no need to give it anything new if they just literally redesigned this figure for this character. So, and then obviously for Wonder Woman, and this is why I'm even saying, if we get that far, we'll get a Wonder Woman, because a Wonder Woman obviously is going to need her own body, right? So they have to redesign an entire new body for this one figure, right? There's one female figure. So it'll make them do it if they know that they can reuse this body, this female body specifically for Wonder Woman, on other female figures. So if that's a possibility in the comic book, we're going to get females too. And obviously I wouldn't know that because I didn't read the comic, but Jay, do you know?
If they go that deep, even, because you know what, they can just do different variations of Batman. They can give you this one, get a blue one out of this, and the armored one out of this series. Then they can give you Death in the Family versions of Batman. They can give you Killing Joke versions of, like, they can do the main sellers and give you a bunch of variations of that.
But just stick to this body. Stick to this body. What can we get out of this body? You in the comic book.
You get the blue and gray version, and then you can get the one with the armor over it. So imagine how fat that thing is.
Right? No. I know the armored is 100% coming. I just don't know what other colors of Batman were in the comic. So you're saying at least three.
It's a 4-part series, and there's 3 different outfits. There was this one, the blue one. Well, if they give you blue, and then they give you the blue and battle damaged, if they want to make that a separate thing, and then you got the armor.
And then, do you think that this same exact body would work for a Superman, babe, for that line?
Probably. They could make it work. They could make it work, yeah. Because it's the same artist. It's just...
It's going to be the same style. It's the same style of body in the comic anyway.
And that's what you're getting. Like, is it an ugly version of Batman? Like, the first time I saw that cover, it stuck right in my head because I was like, we've never seen Batman look that weird. He's actually smaller than the cover of that comic is. But that's the selling point of it. It's like, this is that, like, people like the Jim Lee, Ramita, Spider-Man, Jim Lee, Frank Miller, these are all names, you know what I mean? So, and the fact that I'm such a loose collector of comics, like my collecting of comics stopped in like 1989. The fact that I know all this stuff that came after me, that's how iconic it is. Like, even I know what this is.
So then that series that you're talking about, Superman and the other characters, the other male superheroes in it, they're all kind of, it's the same artist. They're all kind of that same style.
Yeah. They're all like the proportions are different, you know?
Right.
Yeah. There's Joker, there's Two-Face, Batman, Superman.
What's the
multiple-
premise of the story?
There's a new Robin, a female Robin. Oh God, I just watched it this afternoon, and
Put him on the
yeah, my
spot.
mind just went blank. There's like this.
Yeah, let's get super quiet and watch him struggle for like 30
There's
seconds.
an under. There's an underground. There's like an underground gang called the Mutants, and they're like taking over Gotham, and it brings Batman out of retirement. He's like this old. He's like Tom Selleck. He's like this old. He's like this old gray. Yeah, he's like Tom Selleck. He's old gray hair, got the big mustache and shit, and just.
Really?
He's seeing everything fall apart, and this gang's taking over the city, and he comes out of retirement, and then this girl who gets saved by him gets inspired by Robin, and she dresses as him, and he kind of takes her under his wing, and she becomes the new Robin, and there's a whole bunch of it goes from there, but it's him coming out of retirement and then passing the torch down to this young sidekick, this new sidekick, and it deals with some the death of Jason Todd, or is it Jason Todd, or yeah, and the other Robin. So it's linked to other stories, but I'm not real familiar with those stories that much. You know what I mean? That's Death in the Family.
Guys, there's 28 of you guys in here. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. We have Derek in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. Nice to see you.
How you doing?
This is an operating table, and I'm the surgeon.
Ooh.
It says if Hot Toys is making characters based on Frank Miller artwork, we could get figures from Sin City. No, not like that. This guy, and not that that's like, you know, crazy, because we've gotten. I have in my collection. I own the what's his name? The Bruce Willis figure that I don't know if it was Slevin, that movie that he made, Slevin, or Sin City. I don't think it was Sin City, because Hot Toys made Sin City. Was it Sin City? No, it was Sin City. Hot Toys made The Spirit. That's where I was confused.
Spirit, that's what I was. Yeah.
So Hot Toys made The Spirit. Art Figures. The company Art Figures made the Sin City Bruce Willis figure, which I own. I had that figure. So it's not crazy. I just don't think it could happen, because it's been so, it's been so long since since those movies were out. At least that movie was out, that I don't think it holds that popularity. I don't know anything about it. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so. I don't think if anybody came out with Sin City figures at this moment, everybody would be like, or anybody would be like, oh my God, this is incredible.
It'd be cool, but I've had that movie on DVD for 20. I haven't watched it, and you know what I mean. I don't remember the last time I watched it, so I don't think there's a demand out there for that. But
right, yeah, no. Years ago, it was like, a hype thing, and that's why, I forget who directed the movie that had the same style from The Spirit and passed it on to the what do you call it, to that Bruce Willis movie. What was the name again? We just talked about it. I completely blanked out.
Sin City.
So. At this moment, I don't think so. If anything ties into those, I still don't think so. Because again, there's nothing going on at this moment regarding anything of that genre. Even, you know what I mean? At the time, I'm assuming it was a thing. Not anymore. So if anybody buys this, it's somebody who loves the movie so much, and love that story so much, and love that type of style of movie so much, and they're like, oh, I need these figures. Like I said, I have that figure because at the time I was buying everything, and Art Figures is a great company to buy. They've been making really good figures forever, so that's why I was like, it's a no-brainer for me. Let me buy it, and it's a great figure. It comes with the Auto 9 from RoboCop. Okay, he comes with that gun. Why? I have no idea, but he has it. He comes with it as part of the accessories. Let me see. Logan says, Batman comes out of retirement, mutants take over Gotham. There's your storyline. Cassandra, welcome. Nice to see you. Where'd you go?
Yeah, that's a line from it. Yeah.
Where'd you go, Cassandra?
Hey, what's up?
Says, hey, Fabs, went to Motor City Comic. Oh, you have any pictures? Send us pictures.
Yeah, did you guys get anything there?
You just broke that guy's leg. He's young. He'll walk again. You'll stay scared, won't you, punk? Unbelievable. Let's see who else. Marv is the Sin City version of Batman. Ooh, Marv.
Kind of. He's built one.
I love Sin City figures, but figures never gonna happen. I think Rodriguez directed Sin City. Oh, okay, see.
Yeah, I wanted to say it, but I didn't want to be wrong. I was like, fucking. I was like, I think it's Robert Rodriguez, right?
It was Zack Snyder and Frank Miller, hence the reason why Hot Toys made the girls from Sucker Punch. Yeah, but they made those girls from Sucker Punch during that time of Sucker Punch. That was another movie. That actually, I don't own any of those figures. I don't own a single one of those figures, and I don't know why. I never saw the movie, number one, and the figures look great. Still to this day, the figures look very nice. I never got into them. I never bought them. But that movie was a big deal back then, and I don't even think those figures did that well, to be honest. I don't remember, but I don't remember them being so crazy that I don't have them for a reason. You know what I mean? So
these types of movies, though, where they incorporate like they're almost animated. They're almost like realism, but animated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've been thinking about this a lot. Like, I would love, because we've done like the lighthearted, goofy comic aspect of things for kids. We've done the real serious drama stuff where the figures don't even look surreal anymore. They're like dressed like a trash bag, and the chick's got a beanie over her eyes. I don't know, whatever. But so the next thing to me would seem to blend those two worlds. And wouldn't it be cool to see something like Alita, but Batman that way, where it's like it's live action, the people's faces are real people, but the bodies they can use some CGI stuff and screen capture animation to make their bodies look like proportionate, like with a comic book, and not so much like a real human. Wouldn't that be dope to see? Like,
I would give that a try.
Comic movies like that, it'd be great.
I would give that a fair shot. Yeah.
To see,
because I keep thinking back to that feel that I got when I watched Alita, and that was my first exposure. I didn't know that Alita was comic book or anything about it really. And but that animated mix that it's almost like live action with just a brush of animation
just enough to make it a little more.
Get down with that, I think.
Yeah, I'd love to see stuff like that.
Let me tell you guys a little secret. I own 2 Alita figures. I bought 3 Alita figures. But I only opened 2. I bought, to get the different looks. I almost bought the Play Arts one where she's like skating. I'd never seen the movie ever. Okay. I started watching the movie a couple days ago. The movie is incredible.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
I had no idea. I was like, what was I doing that I missed this movie? Like, I bought the figures, I got the figures, and like I said, I didn't even know why I was buying the skater look from Play Toys. And I was like, it just looks so good. I'm like, these figures look incredible. And then I started watching the movie a couple days ago, and the movie is so good. I was like, oh my God, where has this been all my life? And Logan says, would you guys collect the Hot Toys Watchmen line? Number one, Logan, it's already out. They did one already. They did the comedian. They did the blonde girl. I forget her name. What the hell's her name? Oh God.
What was her name?
Oh my God, what's her name? When she wore yellow something, yellow, not canary, yellow something. So they made the comedian by Hot Toys. They made the girl's name by Hot Toys. I forget her name. And those were the only 2 figures they made. So Toys made Rorschach recently, which is a great figure. They remade the comedian with 2 head sculpts. The Rorschach has 4 head sculpts. The comedian from So Toys has 2 head sculpts. Another great figure that I didn't get. I only own the Hot Toys one. So they do have them, Logan. Let me see what else.
You got the who was the Jesus. You just got the other guy last year too, right?
Oh, and then Ozymandias also was So Toys. So you have in total right now you have Ozymandias, you have Rorschach, you have the comedian, and you have the girl from Hot Toys.
But nobody did the owl, and nobody did
the owl or Mr. Manhattan or Dr. Manhattan, whatever his name is. Which So Toys teased over a year ago, and nothing ever. Remember the silhouette, the first silhouette picture that was out like in the very beginning of last year?
We're all guessing. Yeah.
Dr. Manhattan was one of them, and they just never made him. So he's most likely going to be announced either at some point at the end of the year or probably next year because it's still to come.
They're
And
gonna make him anatomically correct. Is he gonna have a?
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder what they're gonna do. Oh, Hot Toys.
Interesting, right?
They did already, Liam. I think
Yeah, so
what?
Figure It Out made a good point. He pointed out that it didn't do well. Apparently, Alita didn't do well in the box office. So
No.
what's a real bummer is that movie was so good. It was so good, and it perfectly set up for a sequel, down to the ominous bad guy at the end and everything. And so that's a real bummer. It really, really needs to be. We need to revisit that one.
Syl Spector, it was her name, guys. So they made her. And you know, she wasn't great by any means. She had that dull hair that was crappy, very long and straight, brown.
She was the main chick.
Yeah.
She was brunette though.
Yeah, brown hair. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You said
so
blonde earlier, and I was like, "Who's the blonde?" That's why I was saying
yellow. She had.
Well, yeah, I get this. Her outfit was.
The reason why I said blonde is because she was in the movie, The Heartbreak Kid as a blonde, and she was a nutcase. But
she is a blonde typically. Yeah.
Right. So in the movie, she was a brunette. But the figure, long, brown, pointy, doll hair, and that body was complete garbage. So I have, like I said, I have the comedian from Hot Toys. I never bothered getting the girl just because I was like, I am not doing this because the body was garbage. And I said, eventually maybe they'll remake it. They'll never remake any of that. So now I'm waiting for Social Toys to hopefully do her so I could complete the line with them. But Hot Toys will never finish that line ever because it's been years.
You're not into customs at all, Fab?
No, not at all. Not even a little bit. I think they look horrible. I've seen no. I've been around for many years. I've seen all different types of customs by all different people making them. And not one till this day I've seen that I said, this is worth $2,500 so I could be 1 out of 10. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Never.
2,500 is kind of low.
Well, that's what they go for. You want to get a real custom? What do you think it is? $500? Absolutely not.
Here, blow this one up. Blow this one up and tell me what you think about him. Let me adjust a little bit.
Which one?
The Airborne.
That's not a custom. That's a Sideshow because I have that.
Oh, yeah? Well, thank you. That's a custom.
What do you mean?
He's custom from the ground up. He's a Hot Toys body, Hot Toys feet, and Hot Toys hands. And the rest of them is printed and painted.
Oh, so it's not even Sideshow parts. It's just printed.
No.
Parts.
Yeah, man.
Oh, look
and this
at
was
you.
This was done by John Walker Customs. The guy is amazing.
So do you guys
we even took fire to the comma at the bottom, so that way it looks scorched and burnt.
So do you guys notice how the Hot Toys bodies are very important because they're nice and firm, nice and tight. They're not wobbly. They're not loose. They work out very, very well for what we're trying to do.
Nice and tight and firm and not loose. I'm all about it, bro. That's why I only do Hot Toys bodies.
No Diddy, of course. No Diddy, of course. Michael, welcome.
Yeah, no Diddy.
Good evening.
What's up, Mike?
Hey, it's Mike.
Try saying good night before you leave tonight, okay? So let's see.
He was like, "Feet don't fail me now."
Like, thank you. he's like,
it was 3:45 in the morning. All right.
He's like, not tonight, peasants, not tonight.
Yeah. It can go late. I get it.
That was so funny. Everybody was like, what happened? He's like a magician. It's like, poof. Now he's gone.
Alakazam.
Oh, my God.
This is what I've been waiting on.
Yeah, show closer to the camera. Stop trying to hide your Sideshow bootleg. Let's go, Brandon.
My Sideshow
bootleg.
let me see if I can get any slack on this camera, and I'll get a closer. I'm gonna knock my light over here. Hang on.
Yeah, because I know Christian is doubting your bootleg here, so he's like, let me make sure this is not a Sideshow.
So, in fact, I'll take him off. But I mean, yeah, you could tell just by the holster on his chest that he's not Sideshow, because that was a custom. That was an idea that we had.
Yeah, he doesn't have that thing on the chest. I know that for a fact. That's nice, man.
Dude,
do you know which
really
body you used or no?
Say it again.
Do you know which clone body they used or no?
Yeah, it's a 501st. I sent him all the parts.
Oh, it's a 501st. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
And why do you have them? Why do you have them all hunched over, depressed like that? Like, what's the point of that?
Because I want to do something. I want to do something a little bit different with this display. He goes with my 212s on the top shelf, and so I was playing with his posing a little bit because the story that I wrote for these guys was that because he did 4 of them for me. They're the ones that I use in my profile picture, and the story on these guys was that their lat gunship crashed. So they've already been through it. Like they've been in a crash, they've been in a fire, and
so he's hurt. So he's hurt.
Yeah, he's hurt. That's the point. I suppose I could have opened with that.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, why is he hunched over? What is he looking for? So that's why I
looked at a bub zombie from Day of the Dead. Somebody made a custom, and I hit them up on eBay to see if they're taking orders. I want to see how much they want. If it's not too much, I'd get that thing. Because nobody's gonna make a Day of the Dead zombie. You know what I mean?
Shoot me their name, their eBay name, and I'll take a look because I know a lot of the guys that do customs there.
I'll have to. I gotta look it up after the show. I forgot all about it until you mentioned this thing. So it's probably the message has been sitting there for days. They're probably thinking I'm a jerk for not getting back to them.
Yeah, you jerk. But no, you know who does great customs work too? Logan does. That guy, he does great stuff, man. He showed me a yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. Logan, what do you got for me?
Yeah. You know what he did that absolutely caught my eye and made me think, man, this guy's he's the real deal. He did a Lou Ferrigno Hulk, complete with like a green hill and a tombstone and stuff. And he used a bison body. Get this, he used a bison body and stained it with I've got a package of it in here. They're oil-based crayons, I think. Let me look.
And it worked?
Yeah, oil pastels. Hell yeah, it worked. I'm not going to steal his thunder. Maybe we'll go ahead and we'll have him on as a guest or something at some point. But yeah, he used these oil pastels, and there's a certain method to it. You know, it involves a lot of cold water. But yeah, he dyed the body with oil pastels, and it worked really, really great.
No shit.
Yeah, dude.
All right, so
he's a talented guy.
I'm telling you, there's a lot of. Go ahead.
I was gonna say we're gonna go to Michael now since he just arrived. So Michael, I don't know if you've been listening or you listened on Thursday when I went over this, but let's get your thoughts and views on this Batman. You being very involved in comic books, you being very involved with original arts and prints and all that stuff. I'm gonna assume that you know exactly what this is. You know what this Batman is all about. So how do you feel about this? Are you excited for this? Do you care for this? Do you think Hono should have done this, or are you happy and are you getting 3?
Look, it's my favorite Batman. All right, so it's my favorite iteration version of Batman. I like Dark Knight Batman. Right, old man, disgruntled Batman who says "F it" and give me a gun and let me just go kill motherfuckers. So I like this Batman for sure, but it's like it's been done, right? We have statues, we have the SSR figure. It's you're late, Hot Toys. You're late. It's been done. But
it's so beautiful.
Wait, what do you mean it's been done? Who made this besides SSR?
I have a huge, like 1/3 scale Prime 1 statue of this Batman in my.
So what do you mean? So but we were talking 1/6. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying it's been Dark Knight Returns and in collectibles, like it had like a hot moment already. Like it's been done. Hot Toys is kind of coming in late, and I'm saying
I see what you're saying.
I'm not that excited because it's been done.
So the fact that you're now able to get this, you got the big statue, but the fact that you're able to get it in the 1/6 scale, which is the scale that you obviously buy more of, doesn't matter.
I have it in 1/6 scale. I have it in 3 different
versions.
Wait,
what do you mean? Who made it in 1/6 scale?
SSR.
Oh, you bought a custom at $700 from SSR.
No, it wasn't that much money.
Oh, it was. I'll never forget it because I was like, absolutely not. And I didn't know what the Batman was.
No,
but
no. I bought it from Kit. It wasn't that much money.
Oh, yeah. He sold it on Kit. I remember. Trust me when I tell you.
No way did I pay $700 for it.
I'm telling you, it was up there. It was
It was
at
like
least.
it was like $350 or something like that. It was like half that.
How was it recently? Like within the past like couple of years, or was it like another like 5 years?
It was in the last year.
Oh, okay.
I don't even think I've unboxed it yet, to be honest.
No. So that one was cheaper. Yes. The one before from like years ago, I want to say maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago that he made. I said, what? $700. I said, I don't even know what this is. I don't know who's looking for a fat Batman, but it ain't mine. And it ain't me.
Fat Batman, but
the head sculpt.
Huh? Say it again.
So that one also, it came with the head sculpt. So it came with the unmasked old man Bruce.
Right. The other one didn't. The other one didn't. The other one was just straight the fat Batman, just, and I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm like, $700. I'm like, this is a custom. I'm like, what's happening here? I'm like, am I missing something? But I didn't know the popularity. I didn't know that it was a big deal comic book. I didn't know that Frank Miller was a thing. So that's why I was like, absolutely not. And then, like I said on Thursday, when it sold out, I was like, who the hell bought this? And like I said, I've never seen one up for sale. No, I've never seen one up for sale. Not one. Ever in any group or nothing.
If they would have done a head sculpt here, like I mean, that's again, that is your, it's what you're known for. You know what I mean? And then for you not to do it, it's I don't know, it's kind of pathetic to me to not like show off. Then you know what I mean? Like you're Hot Toys. You're supposed to be, this company that has the best sculptors in the business when it comes to likenesses, and show off. You know what I mean? Like this again. No head sculpt figure to me just screams, we're going to grab your money and give you, because we do, they do quality figures. We know that. We know they'll do a good figure, but I'm not chomping at the bit for it. I'm not like super pumped and excited because there's no head sculpt.
Now, hold on one second. Now, Michael, welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here.
Konnichiwa means what's up.
So what if the blue version?
I was just gonna say that. Go ahead.
Makes sense, right? That makes sense to stick your finger in your butt like that. Why not?
Because that they're gonna come out with an exclusive by adding a head sculpt, and everybody's gonna lose their mind.
Yeah, little battle damage.
Colors that Mezco did, right? Do a black and white version, do a light blue and yellow version. Yeah.
Now, because you remember what I mentioned earlier, this is a newly designed body. Here it is. Newly developed body portrays Batman's muscular physique. So now, in the comic, do you expect more versions of this? Do you expect them to reuse the body also on Superman? Or do you at least expect them to make a new body for Superman?
I mean, they'll probably just tweak it, right? I mean, this is very cartoony and comic-y. You know what I mean? Like, this is very over-exaggerated.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past them though, because what caught my attention was I thought all the Hot Toys bodies were more or less the same, but like they made a specific body for Kylo Ren that actually had like pecs and even chest hair carved into the body for Kylo Ren, and I thought that was kind of weird, and that was the only figure I ever saw it on, and it was only that version of Kylo Ren because the other two had a different body on it. So I don't know. I mean, maybe they could go to the drawing board and crank out a new body for Superman.
No, they do. They wouldn't lie to you about that. They wouldn't tell you that this is new when it's not. We would know right away. We would be like, oh wait, this figure has the same body, so that's why they don't lie to you about that stuff. Eric, how are you, my friend? Welcome. So that's the thing. This is 100% a new body, and that's why I said on Thursday, I was like, Mike doesn't like it when they say this because it's like, what are you talking about? And he doesn't take that as a new selling point for the figure. But this is how they could get away with.
I mean, but this is obviously a new body, right? Like, where have we really seen this?
Right.
This boxy, this,
Right. But in general, anytime they say this is a new body, and you say no, it's not. It's like, they wouldn't make that up. But that's another conversation.
But why do they go through this with the upper portion of the body, and then the lower portion of the body they give us joints? Like, why is the upper portion? I mean, it's just save money where they can. I mean,
well, the thing is this: if you look at the figure, and I was looking at that on Thursday, if you look at the figure like this, There's nothing wrong with it, right? This does not look terrible. This looks like a knee, right? A perfectly fine knee, and this looks like a thigh, right? But the problem is, see, like even there, perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
You start to see it though. You start to see it though. The lighting.
Correct. So then once you get into more deeper poses, like here, that's when you start seeing all the sharp, the sharp ends of the inside of the joint, which look ugly. But are you really going to keep the figure? And I'm assuming this is their mentality. Are you going to keep the figure where the joint is fully exposed the whole time? See, even like that bent, that looks beautiful right there. That does not look ugly. That does not look like it's cheap. That you don't see the joint exposed really horribly. But
I mean, am I wrong? Is that not a full silicone upper body? I don't see.
Not at all.
I don't see any breaking points in the abdomen. I don't see any. You can't see the elbows, but
none of this is silicone. I can tell you that right now. None of that is silicone. And on the arms, you could definitely see the joints as well.
What do you mean it's not? I think it is.
No, not at all. This is.
I think that whole upper body is silicone.
If it is, I mean, well, let's find out.
In order to make the cuts in the fabric, it might have to be.
Well, let's find out. Authentic detail, blah, blah, blah. 1 max, 3. Here we go. Specialized body with over 3 points of articulation. Newly developed body portrays muscular physique in the comics. There's nothing that says silicone, and I can tell you right now, especially for
they would advertise it.
Absolutely. Especially for a comic book version figure, they will never spend that much more money on that line.
So then,
but you got like Ray, you've got Ahsoka, and they have silicone uppers or silicone arms, depending on how much of the skin is showing. And they don't mention that in any of the descriptions there. So
because it wasn't pure silicone. If I pull out WB 100 Wonder Woman and I pull out Ray or whoever you mentioned, it's not the same at all. It looks silicone and it feels rubbery, but silicone, what they are calling silicone now and what they were using back then is not. You can't even
different
say
story,
absolutely, it's a different material. It feels and looks like it could be silicone, but it's like a rubbery plastic material that has like a slight stretch, because it's that rubber suit that they put on top of those regular bodies, because remember, they got to give the female looks the bust, and it's like a skin suit that they put on top of those bodies, so it'll never be silicone.
So think about how sick is this suit then, that it's hiding any and all seams very, very well. I mean, the knee, what can you do? But I don't see anything at the shoulders. I don't see anything around the abdomen. I don't see any pinching at the interior of the right there.
The bicep. The bicep is the only other thing that looks like the knee. When you bend it, obviously you're not going to see it in every angle because it covers it. But here you could see that if you were to bend that, and they give it some slack too. Look, when it's folded, you can see how much slack there is, so it doesn't look ugly or overstretch the material.
I hope it has a nice heft to it. I hope it weighs as much as it looks like it does.
Exactly. It looks like it's got some weight to it. It looks like it's massive. And look at the joint, how ugly it looked here. So the bicep joint, look, this is not natural. How natural?
Zoom in on that. I mean, I think it looks pretty good. Point at exactly what you think is wrong with it, because it looks like musculature to me.
This is bulging from the suit. This doesn't belong here. Show me your bicep. Does your bicep look like this? If your bicep looks like this, we have a problem. We have to amputate immediately.
They did so well. You're funny. They did so well though, that look at that, how they got it. It looks like it's painted on to a man. I'm just impressed with this thing. I get what Mike's saying, but I can't undo how fascinated I am with this.
Yeah, but the one thing that bothers me is how cheap it looks. Like there is nothing. Absolutely. It's cloth. It's a cloth material suit.
It's supposed to be.
No. Again, fine. I'm not saying that the figure is off by any means. I'm not saying the figure is bad.
I think you're using the wrong word though. It's not cheap, right? Because he's right. I think what you're saying is, like, again, comparing it to the super hyper realism of a regular Hot Toy figure, and then you get this comic bloated version.
We get suits from Hot Toys. We get suits from Hot Toys. We don't get cloth. You know what I mean? Correct. Right. Simple. So Correct. So that simplicity of it, to me, it's like, man, that's such cheap stuff when we are getting suits, right? Look at Star-Lord, we got a suit. Look at Mantis, we got a suit. Look at, so that's what I mean, right? It's cheap in that sense. Like, we're not getting a suit, we're getting cloth.
But I want cloth.
Break it down further. Hold on, break that down further. Look at Star-Lord's jacket. Look at all the detail and patterns and little buttons and all that detail that goes into that jacket compared to this, right? There's nothing
correct.
detail.
And that's my issue. I'm not saying by any means, and I've never said it, that the figure is off because of it. I'm not saying that they're wrong, that the figure was made wrong. I'm not saying any of that. What I'm saying is that because of what we get from Hot Toys, and that's why I said this belongs with Hono. This does not belong with Hot Toys. We should not be getting cloth from Hot Toys at this point. Not at these prices, not at $255. Absolutely not. Like I said, I understand why they're doing this. They're going to milk the hell out of this. If it does well, forget it. We're going to get at least 6. Okay. So
how much is this?
$255 without tax and shipping from Sideshow. So that's
but
what
I'm telling you, right? I want a Hawkeye that's cloth with an H on his forehead and pirate boots.
Because that is a comic
and
book
I don't
style.
want him in leather with weird panel lines just to make it look hip and cool. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But the thing is, again, that
because we already
that you're looking for, that Hawkeye that you're looking for is a Hawkeye that exists in the comics. So it's not like it's going to be off. It's just going to be like, all right, this is supposed to be like this. Just like this Batman is supposed to be like that. But my issue is this belongs with Hono, not Hot Toys. That's it.
I know. Well, that's why I was so dying to hear Mike's take on this, because I was like, Mike loves, this is Mike's guy, this is Mike's thing, comic, everything, but there's no head sculpt, and Mike's all about realism. So I was like, I'm curious to see what he has to say about this.
Mike, now question for you. Now you know the price, $255 before tax and shipping. This is what you get. You get the 4 batarangs. You get the one with the rope, right? A little bigger with the rope. You get the sniper rifle. You get 3 pairs of hands. In total, I'm assuming, let's just say 4 pairs, which who cares, right? You get this standard plastic base with the taped on logo, wired cape, which again, made out of cloth. Everything's cloth. There's nothing fancy. This is sculpted plastic. And that's it. At $255. Is that fair to you? Is that okay? If you were buying this, would you be happy with the amount of stuff you're getting for $255? Or what do you think?
Yeah, I guess, because I mean, it's basic as a figure you can get, right? So in my mind, it's $220, $250. So to hear it's $255, yeah, it doesn't surprise me. That's where I think it would fall.
Why do you expect that price from this? What about this makes it $250, $255?
Again, right? No head sculpt. Head sculpt is $100, $80 to $100, right? So without the head sculpt, that brings it down, I think, to like a $250 range, right? And then, what's the accessories? You know what I mean? It's a rope and a gun and a few batarangs. So it's really nothing, really. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I think the most detailed thing on this figure is that it looks like the rope. Right? And the rope looks old, like all dirty and old and real. Right. So
that's like the most cooler, like the cooler accessory that they gave us. But now, question. So, how would you make this figure perfect for you at what price? So, what would you give this figure? Now, you knowing the comic, what would you give this figure? What price point would you give this figure? Adding a head sculpt to it on top of, because remember, if we're going to get another version, which we 100% are, right, from Hot Toys will always include everything, right? We noticed that with Hono, when we got the new head sculpt Wolverine, right, they didn't bother adding the head sculpt with the mask at all, because they're entry grade and they're not going to give us too much stuff. Obviously, Hot Toys comes out with a variation of this. We're going to get a head sculpt. Is going to be the exclusive piece, most likely, right? And then they're going to obviously give us all 3 mouth plates like they always do with every other figure, because they wouldn't cheap out on it to be able to charge us $255, $275, $285. What would you price your perfect figure at? What would you give the figure accessories-wise, including a head sculpt? Not limited.
I mean, my perfect figure for, I guess, a Dark Knight Batman, came out, right? It was the what you call it, the Batfleck, right? That's the movie interpretation of the Dark Knight Returns Batman. So, and that was a super, realism based Dark Knight Batman with an awesome head sculpt.
And that 2.0 is coming.
What?
Totally. Unbelievable. What you said, Jen?
It said that 2.0 is coming out because I have them on order. And
all right, they're doing the tactical, right?
no, I have the tactical, but the standard Batfleck with this outfit.
They're redoing it again?
Yeah, 2.0s due any day.
Of which one? Of which one?
Of this outfit, Batfleck.
Yeah, get that.
Oh, you mean like what? Like a black and gray? Oh, you're talking about the 2.0 that's coming out.
Yeah, it's this outfit. It's got the wide Batman. It's gray, black, gray, yellow belt.
Oh, the BVS Batman.
Is it under BVS?
Yeah, the Batfleck is BVS. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one that I posted. I think yesterday. That
But
that came
due like the end of this year or January, something like that. Like soon.
Oh, you mean the 2.0. Yeah, that's good. That
Yeah.
figure is going to be beautiful, guys. Oh my God. Blinken, how are you, my friend? He says, please give us comic Juggernaut and Colossus. I would love a Colossus so bad. I have both Toys R Us Colossus that they made because I knew nobody else was going to make those things. But if Hot Toys makes them, oh my God, incredible. I can't wait. I don't think they ever will, but that would be great. If it were Hono, then it should cost 200 max, but 255 is fair. Go ahead, Michael.
I don't know. These are just these are big Mezco figures.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep.
I'm getting that same vibe. I'll give you that.
Absolutely. No, 100%. That's what it is. And again, this should be made by Hono, not Hot Toys.
And there's just a ton of profit in these figures. A ton.
Yep. Absolutely.
It cost them $30 to make.
Absolutely. Thank you. This is why the price. But again, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the figure. I'm not saying that they're wrong with making it with cloth. I'm not saying any of it. What I'm saying is for that price, this is not it. This is not it. And again, it's not even limited. So there's nothing exciting about it. Again, we don't know how many they decided to make. Just because they didn't announce that it was limited doesn't mean that they're taking, 1 billion pre-orders. They could be taking 1,000 for all we know. And then once they're gone, it's like, oh man, what happened? You know what I mean? So it can happen.
This was the same price.
Oh, wait, hold on.
This was the same price. This is Sideshow's.
That was 255 too?
It was close to 250.
Yeah, something I remember, yeah.
Yeah, and it's just your standard version of an old school blue Batman.
And that they also made that version in black and white.
And let me tell you, yeah, I have it. I have the black and white
which
as well.
One's nicer? Which one's nicer? That one?
The black and white was the first 6 scale I ever bought of anything.
Wow.
And did the Joker too in black and white, I believe.
Yeah, I went back and got this, and I got other stuff, but this was the same price. So I don't know. Is it fair that however many 5-6 years later, this is the same price, the one that's on the screen now, not this, but
I mean that would mean
with
that
inflation
is a ripoff.
Well, you could look at it that way too. You're not, that is a way to look at it. Is like if you got ripped off in the first place.
Absolutely,
but I love this thing.
And I remember when those came out. I still remember when those came out. I was like, man, should I get them? I'm like, they don't look that great. So I was like, you know what? I'll get them later. And I just never went back for them.
I chased this thing because Hot Toys is just doing movie stuff. And I'm like, I want this. I want a version of the comic. You know what I mean?
And
so
that's
now
how
they give me this,
That's how Sideshow was able to get a lot of people's business because they were making this animated comic book stuff that Hot Toys wasn't making.
They got me in the door, and then I discovered Hot Toys, and it was over. I was like, Sideshow who?
What's upsetting is that, like, when we were, I guess, you look back, right? When we were collecting and the movie figures were always right, $220, $250. The comic book versions were always $120, $150. So the fact that they're now charging these cheaper, and I mean, I'm not trying to put this figure down, but right, it's a cheaper version of the more detailed, movie accurate figure.
Correct.
And you're charging now. You're getting away with charging these premium prices on, like this should have been $120 figure. It should.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but this is no more than $175. I could tell you that, and I could tell you another thing. there's there was no permission for likeness from anybody, right? They didn't spend money on getting or having to pay extra for, you know, anybody's permission or anything like that, right? So there is no reason for this to be as expensive as it is. And again, they're going to milk the hell out of it too. So even worse, if it was something that they knew, like that, all right, they know we're going to milk the hell out of it. Let's put it, at least let's price it at 205, 210 to make it more appealing for them to say, you know what? If they make another one, I'm in, because they're not that expensive. And even 210 is expensive, but it's better than 255.
Yeah, but troopers to me have always been the cheapest thing to gauge in terms of like a floor, and they've been like 220 since I got in the game. So to see this thing at 250, like I said, given inflation and everything, it's, to me, it seems fair. But had I come from the world where you saw this creep up, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I was one of those people that remembers like a pack of cigarettes being 75 cents, and then kids today are like, Jesus Christ, you know what I mean? So I get it. I get where that's coming from. But for somebody like me, this seems right in line with where it should be. And I missed out on the first Batfleck, so I got this version of Batfleck coming. Now I have this comic version coming. I missed that whole wave of this version of Batman like Mike's talking about. So for somebody like me to get this wave to come back around, I'm just thrilled. I'm thrilled. But I get it. You know,
there's no customizing this from what it looks like, right? There's no way you're putting a head sculpt on this thing, right? I mean,
it looks like only the mouthpieces are swappable.
But look, well, wait a minute. The mouthpieces are swappable, and then it makes you wonder if the cowl. But I think there's a breaking point behind the ears.
Of course, you could 100% remove the head sculpt. This is, you don't see it here, but it's not all one piece. At least it doesn't look it doesn't look it from here. If it is, I don't know, but it doesn't look like it's one piece. Let me see the different angles. But what I was going to say was, Jay telling us the story was like 7 years ago. So here, let me see if I can. Let me see if I could. Here it is. Here's the break right here.
There's the break. They're making that so we can't see it.
Right.
Blocking that out for
I see the break.
Yeah. So let me tell you something. We are getting a head sculpt, guys. You heard it here first. Here's another angle of the break right here. So remember, they have to make this head sculpt rotate.
Wait, right there. Go back.
You don't see anything here.
But the way the cape,
you're trying to see how the neck is to the cape to the head.
No, believe me, it's a two-piece head. The neck is one piece, and then you got the head separate. I think
it is, because that's why I had him pull it up, because I thought I saw a crease behind the ear.
Of course. Look right here. Look right here. See? Right there. That's and you can even see how the light hits it different because it's two different pieces.
Dude, the way that cape comes up around that cowl around the neck is gorgeous on this.
Well, this here is the cleanest thing I've ever seen right here.
But even the color gradient, how it doesn't look like two separate pieces between the plastic and the drape, and then the way it folds up into I'm loving this thing more and more and more every second.
Here it is.
The longer the show goes, the more Joker falls in love with the thing.
I know. I'm a date.
See, so we are getting a head sculpt 1 billion%. You heard it here first. Don't forget to hit that like button. There's 43. There's 44 of you guys in here. Thank you guys for being here as well.
But hold on. That's a giant neck.
No, but that's what I'm saying. We're getting a head sculpt, a Bruce Wayne head sculpt regardless.
Yeah, you can't put a Batfleck head
sculpt. No,
No,
never. It'll never fit. And if you look exactly what you just said, look at the type of head sculpt it is. It's the head only. It's detached from the neck. Correct. It's like an L shape.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be. It just makes.
Where's the one with the rifle? That one got me too. Is it maybe the? God, man.
Right here.
Yeah.
That one, and then there's the one of him shooting with it. Right there. This one. Yep. This is the best one right here.
All right, so Mike wasn't here when we were talking about it. I'm saying they're gonna do like Death in the Family. They're gonna give you like different variations of Batman that they can also get multi-use out of the bodies. And then Fabs was saying they might actually go deeper into these lines. Do you think you get like the Robin with this line and the White Joker and all that?
No,
Like, we know we're going to get the other versions of Batman, but you think they're going to go into that, Mike?
I don't think so. I think they'll do the other versions. Like I think they'll they'll do the popular. So like they'll probably do they might do like a Hush Batman.
Right.
Correct. Yep.
SSR did that. SSR did all the ones. I got the Gotham and by Gaslight coming too.
You know what I wanted them to do? I wouldn't collect it. I don't know. Maybe I would collect it now, but like back, I was asking Hot Toys, or I wrote to them one time, like, you guys should do like a licensing with Alex Ross and release like a line of figures based on the Alex Ross, paintings basically, and make those paintings come kind of to life in action figure form,
Yep.
So I could see them doing that if they're doing this now. You know what I mean? I could now see that definitely happening at some point.
Is there anything aside from this that's in that vein that would get you to buy?
That's in like comic book wise?
Yeah. Like if they did an Alex Ross line of like, Superman and whatnot, and like would that
might be the closest thing, because that's like I wanted that initially, you know what I mean? It would be like an Alex Ross line. You know what I mean?
So it's just about finding
that painting. There's that painting called Original 7, I think it's called. And they're all lined up, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash is there. I think Green Lantern's in it.
Was it Sideshow selling like a long view?
It's like a long painting. It's like it's one of its more famous paintings where they're all like lined up. It's called like the Original 7 or something like that is the name of it.
That's what I'm saying. I'd love that.
Mike, if you have to rate it 1 to 10.
I mean, it looks good for what they're trying to accomplish and go for. So, I mean, I'd give it. I mean, no head sculpt. So I'm gonna ding them for that. I would give it a 9 if it had a head sculpt. So I'm gonna give it an 8.
8. All right, Brandon, go ahead, my friend.
I'm
going to pull up pictures while you speak. So go ahead.
I'll close off on Batman real quick. I'm gonna go with a 7. I think the price point, like it takes me back to the conversation that we had earlier in the week about Labria. That Sideshow fig dropped, and I said, great, it was a wonderful fig to have. But then somebody showed me the $320 price or whatever it was, and that absolutely killed my excitement for it. And I kind of feel the same way on this one. I think I'm gonna side with you on this one, Fab. If they would have dropped it as a Hono Studio release and had a price point at $200, I think it would have rated higher. But I think if we're gonna stick that price tag on it, we're gonna stick the Hot Toys label on it. It's you gotta kind of step it up a little bit. But yeah, I'm on my way out, guys. I wanted to pump the raffle one more time. We are gonna raffle this fig. We'll do it on the show here on the Hot Toys Veteran on November 20th. Or no. I'm sorry, November 30th, the last Saturday of the month. And this is something we're going to be doing with the Scrapyard moving forward. Every month we'll have some kind of figure that we're going to raffle off. You can get tickets on the store at bscrap.co. Go into the collection with figures and pre-orders, and you'll find bundles of tickets you can buy there. For Crosshair, we're doing 50 tickets at $15. So get in on that. If you're international, not a problem. We'll get you $20 in shipping credit, so that way it doesn't sting so much to get it out there. But yeah, it's a great figure. This is one of my absolute all-time favorites, and I'm looking forward.
Can you put tickets across figures? Are you going to do anything like that, or are you going to do one at a time?
We're going to do one at a time. If there's a big demand, because I posted it in a couple of groups and we had some conversations about it, and it seems that there are a lot of people that are excited about doing raffles on the Scrapyard. So we're going to do it in the beginning. We're going to do one a month, and then we'll also give away intermediate prizes as well, because we're going to split them off. We start with 50, we spin off 10 at a time, like we've done here in the past on the show. But we'll do gift cards to the website. We'll do parts. We'll do all kinds of neat stuff to go ahead and keep the excitement building. But as it stands, we're going to be doing one raffle a month. But again, depending on what the reception is like, then we'll go ahead and we'll bump that out and do smaller ones throughout the month as well. It's all about the excitement, man. If people are going to get bored, we won't do it because we don't like being boring. But I think it's
And
going
what-
to be fun. We've had a lot of good feedback on it so far.
What'd you
And
say
that-
the thing was? 15 tickets or something? What was it?
It's 50 tickets. That's it. Once we hit 50, that's it. We stop selling tickets. So you got a 1 in 50 shot if you buy one ticket, and then tickets are $15 a piece. We've got them when you go to the scrapyard. We've got them in bundles of. I mean, you can buy one ticket on its own, or you get a discount for buying 5 tickets. You get a discount for buying 10 tickets.
I gotta say that's pretty good because this guy's sought after. So if
Yeah.
you have a chance
I mean-
to win this guy for $15, that's a hell of a deal.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna
Exactly.
find a
I
better
mean-
deal with any promo codes. I don't know.
Even if you spend $100 in tickets and you win, you're still getting a deal.
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
And that was kind of the point to it too. It's like every single day, we stop at Starbucks, we grab a coffee, we grab a tea, somebody grabs a burger, or a burrito through the fast food joint. You skip that once and then you wind up going ahead winning a crosshair. Come on, like you get that all day long.
You tried to die one day from not eating to win that crosshair. That's how it goes. So also, Brandon, explain to them that this is the actual figure that they're getting.
Yes.
So they don't expect to
Yes.
get a brand new sealed figure.
Right, and that's in the notes. When you go ahead and when you look up when you go to buy your tickets on the website, it'll tell you the figure was displayed behind glass. It was only there for about 2 months, and then it was reboxed and put away. So it is an open figure. It is a displayed figure. But again, we're talking about it is complete. It's in like new condition. Nothing's ever been dropped or broken. So,
Has it come in contact with any feet?
Absolutely. So
That's not a no.
absolutely. If it smells like Parmesan, you know why, guys. So, all right.
I tell you
friend,
what, the winner's gonna get feet pics in the box with it. We'll do some Polaroids like old school style.
Oh, we're changing the meaning of the word winner.
Yeah, there you go. I don't think Mike gets the joke. But yeah,
Mike-
it's going to be a fun time, man. We're looking forward to doing the raffle and, psyching it up a little bit, getting a little bit of hype going. We'll give
Yeah,
some
that
stuff
sounds
away
cool.
and yeah,
Sounds
neat
good.
stuff.
All right, my friend. So you'll be back with us next week or a week from next week? Or?
No. I'll be back next week. Maybe during the week. We'll see how it goes. And then, but yeah, the raffle will be on the 30th. All the details on the raffle are on the website when you go to buy tickets. I send you that link too, Fab, if you want to post it in the chat or put it on the ticker or something there, so that way people can see that. But that link will take you directly to where the tickets are being sold.
What's the link? Because it didn't pop up in the private chat.
I'll go ahead and I send it to you on Facebook, so it's in the Facebook
Yeah, so
chat there.
just say it out loud so that people can hear it, and then I'll type it in.
So you're gonna go to bscrap.co or bscrap.co.
P.O.? P.O.
BO bscrap.co. And then in the the tickets are under complete figures and pre-orders. So you go in there, and then at the bottom are all the raffle ticket bundles. And then I posted the link in private chat too.
And my raffle, guys, will be it's almost filled. It's only 7 spots left. Remember, if you buy 2, you get 1 free. Added at the end of the list. So that's almost done, thank God. And also, we're going to get started, obviously, with our next topic, which is the beautiful Joker. As you could see, also, you're out of here, Brandon?
I'm out of here, buddy. I got to go take care of my 13-year-old puppy.
All right, my friend. Have a good night. Thank you for being here.
Absolutely. Catch you guys later. Have a good one.
All right. Good night. So let's start with you, Michael. So we have the second Artisan Joker out. The purple coat Joker, as you can see. Obviously, I know you didn't get this. I know you didn't bother getting this because you're not getting anything Artisan. You don't care for anything Artisan. But seeing the pictures now that it's out, these are the blogger pictures. How do you feel about the figure? Do you really feel like you missed out on anything? Do you care if you feel that way? And would you trade this for Superman's dad?
That's a great question. The answer is no.
The answer is no. So how do you feel about this? You like it? You hate
I am
it?
so over this fucking Joker. Fuck this Joker. I am so over this Joker. I'm
Wait,
over
what
it.
sense?
This,
What
this
sense?
is This is a big who cares. I can't stand. I am so over this Joker. Like everyone thinks this Joker is the second coming of Jesus Christ, and I can't stand it. It was a good Joker. Okay, I get it. I liked it. I'm over it though. We've done way too many. It's overplayed. I'm over this Joker. I don't want to talk about this Joker.
So now question. I understand your feelings on the actual Joker figure. I get it. But this is brand new.
I can't look at it. I've seen too many.
this is brand new.
I can't
wait. Just listen. This is brand new, newly developed, newly sculpted head sculpt. Right now, you have obviously you got the sculptor version, but this is the artisan version.
Right.
Now, obviously, Hot Toys has never in history made a rooted Joker.
Right.
So, but they've made about 16 other Jokers.
Right.
Without the rooting.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you have any, which I'm assuming you do, you know that the head sculpt on this one is better than every other single one.
Where I'm sitting, I can't tell.
No, correct. But obviously, we have a sculptor version, we have an artisan version. You don't have to get the artisan to be excited about the Joker, to be, to get the figure, to get the Joker figure, the new Joker figure. Obviously, you mentioned, you don't care for your Jokered out, your Heath Ledger Jokered out. What would you do differently to the figure, if anything, to make it more appealing to you being already Jokered out? Because you're not the only one who feels like this.
There's nothing. You can make it not a Heath Ledger Joker.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Yeah, I am so over, man. I can't stand it. I really like when it just glazes over. Like I don't go through the pictures. I don't give a shit. This is the biggest who cares.
So now you remember, you have to be respectful. He was a great Joker, right? He was the best Joker for some, right? Overall, obviously, some people love their what's his name? Their 89, right? The Jack Nicholson 89 Joker.
Who's the best Joker? So whatever.
But right, so people, that's a lot of people's favorite Joker. This one is a lot of people's favorite Joker. So now seeing them both, as you can see, they're mixing and matching the sculpted pictures with the rooted pictures. How do you feel about the sculpted version, at least, if you don't really care for the rooted? How do you feel about this?
Yeah, it's not $600 better than mine. No, I don't see it.
Wait, what's better than yours? Which one's yours?
What do you mean? I got one that I got a decade ago.
So you're saying that the new one is not better in what sense? Because it is better.
In that it's a Joker, and from the 5 feet I'm sitting on my shelf, I can't tell the difference. So no, I'm fine.
Now, did you see the in-art one?
No. Oh, again, no, never. I've never looked at an in-art figure ever.
Would you like some comparison pictures?
A comparison figure? What do you mean?
No, comparison pictures of the in-art Joker compared to this.
Comparing your two Heath Ledger Jokers together? You want to compare? You really want me to rage quit tonight, huh?
Rage quit. Unbelievable. Oh man. Wait. No. We have to get to the bottom of this because I don't understand.
This Joker is almost as bad as seeing one of Lael's posts about Trump. Okay, that's how bad I can't stand this Joker. Okay, I'm over it.
You're
can't
unbelievable.
Stand it.
You are unreal. So now, Jay, your turn. So here we have, and again, pay attention to the pictures because they have the sculpted and they have the rooted pictures mixed in. So
yeah, they shouldn't do that.
Did you go for this figure? Did you try to get either one? And if you did, which one did you try to go for?
Well, like Mike, I could not care less. I was not like, sure, it was great, but he's not, I'm a 66 guy. So I was like, I don't know, whatever. But something got me into going back to get this. And the artisan had long since sold out. And I had to get the sculpted version and get on the wait list for the artisan. And now that I got that imposter, which is basically the same head. Like, what did we see? Like, just a little bit of different color of the hair, maybe.
Well, the hair, the face paint was more deeper white, and then the
a
red
little more
was more
vibrant.
red. Yep.
Yeah. So now I'm really kind of bummed I got the sculpted one, because the artisan looks so much better. It just does. It does. So I'll live with the fact that I have it, because, like I said, I was not the hugest fan of this particular incarnation of Joker to begin with. But yeah, I was like Mike. I just was like, I'm over this guy. He's everywhere. I wasn't the biggest fan of these movies in the first place. Yeah, I don't know. But again, for somebody like me who didn't have one, I even got into this late. Like, this is the second go around for somebody who missed out before, and I even got the go around I'm even late to, and I still managed to get something. So there's a market there, you know what I mean? And I forget why I got into it. Like, I think I got the Anne Hathaway, and then I got Jack Nicholson from Old Monkey, and then for some reason I felt the need to fill out the roles, and I got the Batman Armory from Dark Knight, and then this guy, and now that I got mine, we can get rid of him for another 10 years. I'm fine with that.
Big Rib, how are you, my friend? Welcome.
Hello.
But he looks fantastic. I mean, even if you hate him, he's a fucking good release.
It's made me hate him though. Like, they've made him so much. Like, I didn't hate him before, but like it is like a despised figure for me at this point, because
Well, look at all the people that are over Iron Man, and every time they release a Mark whatever, people are just like, "Oh, fucking no!" Like, how many times are you gonna ring this bell?
I get it. You know what I mean? I get those people who have see one Iron Man is the same as another Iron Man. I get it. Okay, that's how we feel, right? They have the same feeling as I have right now with Heath Ledger Jokers, right?
And you know what, too? The thing is with this, there's not that many variations on this. There's with the coat, without the coat, nurse, maybe the bank robber.
We need the nurse. We need the nurse.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if they would have done the nurse, that would be different. I would have bought the nurse. If they did the nurse artisan, I would have gotten it. I would have got it.
You're among a lot of people that are calling for that. I have zero desire, but a lot of people
to do something we already have, the jacket, the grenades, the string. We get it. We've seen it. It's over.
They even gave us the grenade and the string with Batman suit, with the imposter suit. I'm like, that.
Yeah.
That doesn't fit. That's scene specific. That's so stupid. I left it right in the box.
Michael says, I will trade my pre-order for Artisan Anakin for a WB 100 Wonder Woman and the Artisan Joker. That's fair. Imagine. I wonder
that Artisan Anakin is coveted, and we still haven't seen a good photo of it. So it's
telling you that Anakin is so hard to come by right now, and it's not even out yet.
Okay? Well, listen. There's levels to this, right? Okay, so with Aragorn and like this thing, like there's a certain thing that they can do with hair that we know now. In Art's doing it well. Hot Toys is doing it well. But we haven't, and we've seen like what was the other thing that InArt did? The Pennywise, right? Very slick, very like controllable. We haven't seen them do that Spider-Man, that new Tom Holland, and that kind of like the
shorted hair.
Yeah, but it's not like it's short, but it's also a little bit long at the same time. Like, that can go haywire real easy. You can make him look like a pompy woman, quick. You know what I mean? That Anakin could look like a wine mom fast if that hair goes haywire. You know, this, you got a little more latitude, I think.
Right. Now, if you had the chance to get the rooted, would you?
I'm on the wait list, so I might have to buy them twice.
Oh, you
because
would?
what am I going to do?
Now, what would you do? What would you do with both? Like, would you display them both? Would you sell one? What would you do?
I don't know. I have two Jack Sparrows coming, one of them artisan and one of them not, and I can't decide what to do with those either. But I hate to cancel and lose an NRD. I'd rather get them and sell them, but I'm so lazy when it comes to selling. I don't want to be bothered because if somebody gives me one problem, like, oh, it arrived and this thing, it's like bullshit. I'm on top of my stuff. I don't want to deal with your crap. Like
I've noticed the best way to prevent people from giving you shit is just do giveaways. Just kidding, they still do. Thule, you peasant. Unbelievable.
See, you can't even give. So I'm not. I don't even want to get involved in that.
That was my point. You can't even give away. Okay,
Yeah.
you can't even give it away because they'll always complain. Thule,
I
you
don't even
peasant.
want to, So I don't know what I would do, but I really do want the artisan version now. Like I'm like, if I have both the artisan and this sculpted, which one am I going to keep the artisan on? If I can swap them out, maybe I'll put the good head that's on the imposter on this guy and put the sculpted on the imposter.
I was gonna say because you having two, you could display, like, for example, this look we've never gotten with anybody. You know what I mean? I don't think we've ever been able to remove the second jacket. If we have, I never did. So you can get
that
this
might have
look.
been with that third party one, no?
Oh, I don't know. What third party one?
There was a third party? Yeah. It did come with that jacket.
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember. You have it?
Yeah, I do.
Of course. You see, he has 17 Jokers. They're all third party, but he won't get the good one from Hot Toys. Unreal.
That's what I'm saying. We've been down this road. If you've been collecting long enough, we've gotten it, right? This jacket you're talking about, right?
Yes. Wait, who made that? I've never seen that.
Oh yeah, I've seen.
You're not a real collector.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have the third party
This is
Joker.
the veteran show, remember?
Yeah, this is the Hot Toys veteran, not the third party
Let me
veteran.
school you here for a moment, okay?
Oh my god. So what is it? Tell everybody.
This is
Superman's
third
uncle.
party Joker. The company was I don't know.
Look at the tailoring. Look at the tailoring on that
thing.
thing.
Made this maybe 11 maybe?
Oh, 11 from Kit, 1/6 Kit?
Or not once. Someone will tell you in the chat. Well, come on. There was a that wasn't too long ago. It was in the last
the tailoring in that is crazy.
By crazy, you mean what? I love to use one of those words like crazy. It doesn't nail you down to having to say bad.
Show us that broke lawyer outfit real quick. Hold on.
All right, hold on.
Superman's crazy uncle he brings to Thanksgiving who drinks too much.
Look at that. Look at the collar alone. Okay. You'd be the first one talking about neck problems. Look at the collar. Okay. That's number one. The head sculpt looks like a recast of the 2.0 Joker from Hot Toys. Okay. And that suit is loose like when you eat Doritos with chili. Okay.
Look, it's definitely not a Hot Toys suit. That's for sure.
No.
And I did not pay
It's not a
$700
sideshow
for
suit
this.
either.
I can tell you that.
You didn't pay how much?
$700 because that's what you have to pay for that artisan figure, right?
Yes.
Close.
5 and change. So you're telling me?
I said, I'm happy with sloppy suit Joker. I am.
Well, I got to tell you guys a little secret. I wasn't going to.
This is not my only one because I have the Hot Toys one. That's my.
How many Hot Toys? How many Hot Toys?
That's a Hot Toys head sculpt on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It looks like a Hot Toys head.
Yeah.
Now, question for you. So, no, what I was going to say was I right now, this moment, this second, in my possession, I have 2 Joker Batman imposter figures, artisan, right now. Okay. My problem with them is obviously I have one displayed right now. The other one I got yesterday. What I'm trying to do is obviously once I get this purple coat one, I don't need 3 artisan heads.
Yes, I'll take it.
Well, wait, they're going to be different, right? The purple Joker is going to be different than the imposter Joker. But what I want to do with the third head is, at the end of the day, I don't think I'm opening it anyway. I think I'm going to leave it sealed. But if I decide to, I would like to use it on making some type of custom. So putting that head sculpt on another figure to see what it looks like.
Like an Iron Man.
Sell it to
like
me.
an
Come
Iron
on.
Man. Yes.
Right. Because I've seen your Instagram posts and your custom figures. I've seen them. They're sweet.
He said they're sweet.
Stop.
He said on an Iron Man, right?
What was that Michael Jordan thing?
Oh
Stop.
my God. Yeah,
You
stop.
you think you're like, get some help.
He said you're gonna put it on an Iron Man,
Oh
right?
my God. Yeah, every time I see your Instagram post, I get on my keyboard. I'm like, this looks, and then I stop because I'm like, you know what? If you got nothing nice to say,
Oh
don't
my
type
God,
it.
that is the
Don't do
funniest
it.
thing. And the worst part is, for a second, I thought it was being for real. I'm like, yes, an Iron Man. Oh man, unbelievable. Played like a fiddle.
And he's only 5 button. He's not 700.
Oh, was it 500?
Gina's texting me 700. I'm like, no. He's 5.
Oh, I see. Oh my God.
He's 5. He's almost 6 with tax and shipping, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, he's not cheap. He's not cheap. But so that's what I don't know what I'm gonna do with the second one. Like I said, I'm not opening for no reason. I don't even want to open just to take the head out. But if I come up with an idea of something, you better believe I'm using it.
I was going to propose to you. I was like, after all the shit I gave you about the ads, you're going to sell me a head? I was like, you're the greatest guy in the world. And you're like, no, I'm going to make a custom figure.
I don't know. I don't know what's happening with it. I don't know what's happening with it yet. Shout out to Nathan.
Do what you got to do. I don't need anything.
No, Nathan. I got him from Nathan. We made a trade, and he gave me the what do you call it?
Yeah, he gave. Yeah, that's who it was. Nathan. That's what I was asking you. That somebody in the chat had that.
Yeah. I said it. I told you who it was. So that's who I got it from. So shout out to Nathan. But that's where I'm at right now. So even if, for example, I don't think they're gonna work on the in-art, Jokers, which I would never.
The other thing.
Well, I would never do that anyway. Just because why would I? But I may, like I said, I may display the purple coat like this, since I don't have one that looks like this at all. Also, guys, don't forget that the bank robber version is also a thing for Hot Toys. They haven't made only one but two of them. So you better believe that an Artisan head sculpt is coming for that bank robber Joker also. Right now, the thing is, how are they going to make it? Remember that they've made 2 versions of it. One just a regular curly haired, and then one came specifically styled flat and smooth to put the mask over him. So how are they going to do it? Who knows? But don't sleep on the bank robber version, because that's another version that's coming, Artisan as well. They're not just going to do 2 of them and that's it. Absolutely not. The only thing that I expect differently from that version of figure is the expression on the face, but you better believe that's coming, probably sculpted and Artisan as well. Michael, what do you think of that? Would you be excited for something like that or no?
No.
Why?
Not.
You don't care for the bank? Because a lot of people love the bank robber look.
No, no. Because again, we've kind of had it. The nurse. I would definitely get the nurse Joker. We haven't had that before. Give me that. Bank robber Joker we've had. The duffel bag Joker we've had. The cop Joker from the that scene we had. Yeah, And again, I'm over it. You know what I mean? Like I would rather give me a Jared Leto Joker. You know what I mean? I'm over this Joker. I am so over this Joker at the moment. I am.
Thule, veteran. You got the wrong show. This is a veteran, okay? Unbelievable. Next time I'll be sure to read the fine print for you again.
Yeah, you got to read the fine print, Thule, when you're dealing with this guy, okay?
Thule, this conversation should be over, like we spoke about, okay?
Thule, Hot Toys could be a very warm toy. Okay, when it comes to his auctions. So you don't know what you're gonna get.
It's as long as you know it's a Hot Toys, you're covered. That's all you need to know, that it's always gonna be a Hot Toy.
He said it was a hot toy. That's it. He didn't lie.
The tailoring on that looks great, though. Not on Michael's, I can tell you that. So now, Michael, if you were to rate this 1 to 10, and I will, you do have to experience. I will tell you this: you do have to experience a rooted Joker head sculpt by Hot Toys. You just have to see it.
I got the Black Widow coming, and I'll let you know.
No, but it's different. It's different.
Blown away by hair.
It's different because an artisan figure, right, and a Joker artisan, it's two different things. So I want you to see. Did you ever get the
You're not selling me on artisan.
No. Did you ever get the Wonder Woman or no?
Did I ever get the Wonder Woman?
Yeah, WB 100 Wonder Woman.
No.
Oh, you didn't? Okay. So whenever you decide to come over, I'm gonna show you the Wonder Woman, and I'm gonna show you this Joker, so you could decide, whether you want to.
I'm looking at all of my figures as these are now a generation. They're now like a thing of the past. They're all going to be replaced. Every one of them.
Everything.
Yep. Across the board.
And it's funny. At least in the beginning, my mentality was, these things are great. They're selling out. They're holding value. Never crossed my mind they could ever remake these again. Never crossed my mind, they would the value would tank. Never. Again, you're collecting because you're collecting, but that was happening.
Yeah.
Never did I expect them to be remade, right? So that's one thing. On top of that, I never expected them to change the whole scale of figures, okay? That is, if remaking the figures didn't kill the value of them, changing the scale 100% kills the value. So,
well, when they show you the side-by-sides, it really is like,
it's crazy.
You know what I mean?
It ruined any past figure you had. It ruins it next to any new one. So does that really matter? No, right? But when it comes to trying to sell it, right? Trying to get anything out of it, you're going to have the people buying the old stuff, the people who don't know, right? That there's a 2.0 coming, that there's a 2.0 out. They see something like, look how cheap it is. Let me get it. The people who know what's going on will never buy anything old like that because they know that it's out of scale already. So think about that. Think about you having any potential resale value with the figures. And now you have, not only because they're remade, but now the scale is off.
And when people see the sculpted hair, they're going to be like, nope, I'm out. Because this is the beginning process of anything when it's the most expensive, the most time consuming. But they're going to have this gluting thing down to where they can mass produce this stuff quick. And it's going to be, and then it's going to be everything.
Absolutely.
Every single thing you own is going to get remade with this. And it's just like night and day.
You really think, like, for example, like right now, I'm going to give you a perfect example. I just got the notification that Ant-Man and the Wasp from Ant-Man is delayed, right? So do you think, and I don't think so, but I'm asking you since you said that, do you think that there's a possibility, and I'm picking this figure because they've made her twice already, and I don't know how popular she would be, or she's popular enough right now to be made an artisan. But do you think that there's a possibility that Hot Toys out of left field comes out and makes a short-haired Wasp?
Yeah, because, well, look, you'll get a version of her. I don't think you're going to get every figure. They're not going to go back and remake every single figure in Artisan. But what I'm saying is you're going to get another crack at all of these characters in one fashion or another. But from now on, they're all going to be rooted.
Gotcha.
So
like
I don't even think you.
Disagree.
I don't think you'll even have a. You'll even have a. You will have a choice at a certain point. I think in the next couple of years, the artisan, the rooted hair, just in general, is going to be so commonplace. The plastic is going to it's just going to get phased out.
Never.
But side by side, there's just no comparison.
I can't see that at all.
I've got Gandalf, Aragorn, the artisan or the imposter Joker. There's another one I have too.
I would bet that it's a 30-70 split as far as the preference between doll hair and sculpted hair. Like it's the minority.
Now
it might grow to half, but it's the minority.
Well, what did you think? What did you think, Fabs? Now that you got one in hand.
Well, like I said, that thing, is it worth the money? Absolutely not. But does it change the figure? 1 billion%. That changes any
but
figure.
That's what I'm saying. The money will come down. The money will come down over time because they're going to get better at doing this. Or we're just going to use
No. I don't think so. Let me tell you something. Hot Toys is not pricing this stuff at this price to eventually lower the price. No,
they won't lower the price, but with everything else eventually rising and that price becoming an average, it's not going to be a special. It's not going to be a special thing anymore. You're going to get third party. We're already seeing it.
You're saying it's just going to be normal part of the Hot Toy figures that are, Artisan is going to be their normal then.
The Artisan's going to be like their DX. Is going to be like their standard. You know what I mean? Which again, that makes sense to a certain extent.
I think we're going to have to redefine Artisan because rooted hair is going to be commonplace. Like I said, they're already doing it. They're redoing the Edward Scissorhands. That company that makes like how many toys a year? Yeah, they're gonna give you a gluted Edward Scissorhands. I mean, that's how crazy we're getting with this now. So it's just gonna be like
that's how how much these companies see that the rooting is a thing where they could capitalize in increasing prices over this bullshit hair.
Well, that and they're getting it ahead of the market because there's not enough of these in circulation for people to have them in their hands for the hype. But once that hype hits, a few people start getting them, they're ready. They're like, okay, they're like hanging out by a beach with an ice cream truck. They're just waiting for midday sun. They're ready to go.
They're hoping to start creating value out of their figures by starting making. Because I can tell you, Art Figures is not going to make you, 1,000 or 2,000 of these. They could, I'm assuming, right? But who's really gonna? I can tell you, I have that Art Figures, Edward Scissorhands, and sculpted. That sculpted hair is beautiful.
Yeah, it looks great.
It's perfect for being sculpted. Is it necessary to have a third party, to go out of your way to go buy this again rooted? Absolutely not. I think that the sculpted version is perfect. I don't think that it's necessary. Again, if you need that in your collection, then you need it in your collection. But I can tell you, to me, there's absolutely no need, and it's not necessary for me to go and buy this all over again just for the rooted. Absolutely not. Those who decide to do it, you're going to have both. You're going to have a sculpted and a rooted. Again, is it necessary? Absolutely not. Is there an alternate look to displaying it if you decide to get the rooted and the sculpted? There isn't. So that's why for that specific situation, it's not necessary, but you're going to have companies just like Art Figures remaking figures that they've made in the past to try to catch people. All right, well, we're in the new, rooted hype. Let's see who bites. That's a new game. Harvey, my friend, welcome. Nice to see ya.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
We got Tuli says, I have my Bane paid off, and yesterday I got delayed email from Sideshow. I was like, no. Yeah, guys, if you guys have a Bane that you don't want, please message me. I thought I had pre-ordered. I didn't pre-order because I have 3 of them now, and so I missed out on it. So if you have one that you don't want, I'll trade you for it. Or I'll, if it's not, if you're not trying to rip people off, I'll definitely buy it.
I thought a couple people had them in hand. Did they only send like half the batch out or something?
I haven't seen any. I just know they got released. And then when I was looking through my order to see when it was coming, it wasn't even there. And I was like, oh my God, I never ordered this thing. And so I need one now. So we'll see. Jim says, doesn't matter if they get better at it, they'll just make more profit. Yeah, exactly. It'll just be, but here's the thing though. If you're noticing that anything Artisan is very limited, whether it's 1,000, 1,500, 1,200, 2,500, 2,000, whatever it is very limited. So at the moment, right, they're doing this because and it's tricky what I'm about to say because it could go two ways, right? Right now, they're just getting themselves into the game, right? So that's why they're limited. Can Hot Toys hire an extra 100 people to do an extra 1,000, 1,500 artisan head sculpts? Absolutely. So instead of 2,000, they could do 3,000, 4,000 at any moment if they decide to. The problem is this. I think that they have locked in these artisan at a certain low number to keep it special, right? To keep it desirable, to keep it as expensive as it is, and yet unreachable to a certain extent. Because if you don't get them from Sideshow here, or you don't get them from your reseller or your retailer, from wherever it is, once they're sold out, you're gonna overpay, period. Because there is an understanding that they're limited. Go ahead.
But this is the problem with the third party coming into the mix. What they're doing is right. What InArt's doing is right. They're trying to say, here's what you expect from something that would be called premium. And the hair is one of the main selling points of that. But when you have art figures and you have, I don't even want to say Caustic, because Caustic makes good stuff. They're just, their head sculpts could use a little bit of, a little bit of work.
Less work.
Yeah. But you see Caustic has a line now. You're seeing So release. I think it was So. But I know the art figures. I know there's a couple of third parties that are getting into it, and that's only going to take off and become more and more. So if a third party company can give it to you, and they can give it to you quality, it's not like doll hair that they're just telling you is special. If they can actually match the look that InArt and Hot Toys are doing, that's going to take the specialness right out of it. So What are you going to do? Then it's just branding, but branding doesn't mean squat. It's,
Well, I mean, yes, absolutely it does. Because think about it. Just because now a third-party company is doing rooted does not mean or does not make the figure overall, great quality all of a sudden. Absolutely not. You could have a company focusing more on head sculpts with the hair, rooting the hair and stuff like that. But that does not mean that just because something is rooted now, that the entire package is going to be perfect. Absolutely not. So you're still going to have Hot Toys quality. You may not be the unicorn anymore where it's like, oh my God, it's the rooting, the best rooting out there, right? We have third-party rooting. But when it comes to quality of product, it'll never be comparable to a third party, at least for me.
Well, it won't be, but it doesn't matter. It's, if you can get the same, like, we're already willing to settle for things that come close enough.
Like
so
what? Give me an example.
If you could save $200, you know what I mean?
Give me an example of like how you would replace an Artisan Joker, for example. Like, what would you be like? All right, this is pretty close. Nothing yet, right?
Mike's guy that he had there.
No, but that was a Hot Toys head sculpt. All he had was a loose suit.
Okay, but
if someone's going to pay $150 for a loose suit instead of $600 for a fancy-haired Joker,
look at the
tailor made. Go ahead.
Look at the Padme that I just got. That was the third party where she's in the red gown.
Right, Queen.
We're all expecting Hot Toys to eventually make some versions of her like that.
Right.
But look at that thing. That thing was cheap. That was like $100 or something, and it's a cheap figure, but it's close enough.
That was Play Toys too.
Yeah, but
especially if it's your second or third or fourth or seventh version of the figure. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need $600 versions of every Joker you have in your collection. If you want a different look, you usually do what I do, right? You're buying a third party body, and then you're taking a Hot Toys head sculpt and throwing it on that third party body, and I mean, you get a figure that's good enough. That's usually then set behind a Batman figure. You know what I mean? He's not in the front of my display case.
And if we're at $500, say again.
Go ahead, Mike.
I was saying if we're at $500, that's a pretty steep hill. And if somebody can come in with something that's 90% there, except the body the joints aren't as tight, Some
but
people
when
don't.
you say 90%, well, you said 90%. What is 90%? Because think about it. With Hot Toys, you'll get articulation, you'll get the body, you'll get the tailoring, and you get the quality of head sculpt, the likeness of head sculpt, and obviously we're talking rooting. They're doing a great job with the rooting.
Okay, I'll
right?
give you 90%'s a bit of a reach. I'll give you that. Say you get Mars Toys quality with proper rooting, but you get it for Mars Toys prices, or maybe slightly inflated. Say it's slightly inflated.
But now, question for you:
You're still $300 cheaper than Hot Toys. Still,
but fine. But can you honestly say that you really think and believe that the rooting coming from Mars Toys, again, it'll be rooting, but the rooting quality of that Mars Toys would be anywhere near close to the quality? Again, we're not talking about for example, an 89 Joker and a Heath Ledger Joker. Obviously, they're two different worlds and two different kinds of figures. But I'm saying if they were the same exact figure, a rooting from Mars Toys,
yes,
in my opinion, will never be as good as a Hot Toys rooting. Just
but you're saying it's $400 to get that. It's a $400 more cost to get that rooting.
Right.
So is that $400 worth it?
I said it. Absolutely not. I said it on the Imposter Joker video. I said, is it cool? Absolutely. Is this worth the extra $100-some? Absolutely not. Absolutely.
But here's the thing, though. I've seen custom pieces that look fantastic, look as good as anything Hot Toys is going to give us. And you have to remember the what holds these things up is that it takes time to do them, so they can't do a lot because it takes time. But customizers and smaller companies, third-party companies, aren't doing a lot anyway. Right. So that isn't even a factor for them. That has nothing to do with it because they're doing significantly smaller numbers.
Right.
So I think you can absolutely get, but we'll see. Will they actually do it? I think they can do it. Will they do it? So I'm curious to see that Art Toys scissor hands.
Yeah,
Edward figures. Yeah. I'm curious to see that because like they're one of those companies that if you're not in the game, you don't really even know who they are. You know what I mean? So if they can do it well, that'll be a good barometer to show you that. So that's what I'm saying. Like I personally wouldn't want the lesser quality. I'd want the better one. But
if it's available,
that's what I'm saying. It kind of cuts it takes some of the shine off of the Hot Toys thing. I understand where you're saying it actually gives it more shine, and there is a point to be made to that. But in my view, it's like, well, if this guy's over here doing it just as good, but $400 is a lot, like you said.
No, it's again, like I said in the video, and I'll always say it. Rooting is not worth the amount of money that they're charging for these figures. We get them because we want to, and that's it. Not because it's better, not because it's, I'm assuming that some people do love the fact that it's real hair. Some people love the fact that there will be value in it, right? So I can guarantee you that there will be people using it up, posing it up, displaying it, and then reselling it used for a profit. I can guarantee you that 100%. So that's another incentive for people to get involved in this line. My question is, and let me say hello to Sean real quick before we continue. Sean, how are you, my friend? Welcome.
Hello.
My thing is this. Do you guys think that Hot Toys will decide to make more pieces out of Artisan with the popularity of it getting bigger, the demand of them getting bigger, because it's already, for example, the Anakin, good luck trying to find, I didn't even get one. Okay. So that's a perfect example of a figure that it was the first one announced. It sold out immediately because of the queue. A lot of people didn't get it. It was a low number at that. I think it was 1,200 or 1,500 if I'm not mistaken. And on top of that, we know that we're going to get a Dark Side Anakin. So people are not going to be happy not getting the first one, but maybe slightly being able to get the second one if they even get the second one. So do you think because of these reasons, they're going to start making 3,000 Artisan, 3,500 Artisan, 4,000 Artisan? will that make it more appealing? I know Mike is going to say absolutely not because that's too many. But you, Jay.
I think the only thing stopping them is manpower to pump these things out. And that was my point about like as it gets fat, we're not going to reap the benefits of the cost going down, but they're going to put out more figures with it because it's going to cost them less to produce. They're going to have more people doing it quicker, faster. So we're not going to get 12 artisan figures a year. We're going to get 24. And then next year we're going to get 36.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
I
think, you know what?
But,
I don't think there's that many collectors. I think they do the 1,200 for a reason. You know what I mean?
No,
like, I don't think there are 5,000 collectors out there that are going to pay $700 or $600 for an artisan figure. I don't think that is there.
Well, that's my thing. So my point was again with what I was saying to Jay. It's not. Jay just said, the reason why they can't do more is the manpower. My point was, don't you think?
No way.
That Hot Toys having multiple factories, you're going to tell me that they're not capable of hiring an extra 20, 30, 40 people to do this stuff? Absolutely. To increase
they could do 3,500 runs, 4,500 runs of artisan figures, but then they wouldn't sell out. They wouldn't
to remain cost
effective.
That's what I'm saying. So do you think they're keeping them that low? Because they can hire
it's artificial.
People.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. They could hire 100 people tomorrow to make us 5,000 of them. Absolutely. The thing is,
be cost effective. You're talking about people you have to pay insurance. It's a whole thing. It's not like
no, but think absolutely
that's baked in the cost.
It's in China.
I knew exactly what he was going to say.
There was a
I did too.
Gang fight at one of the factories, and XM got all their statues stolen because the one guy didn't pay the bill. They had a knife fight like in what was it? Big Trouble in Little China.
A knife fight. So that's the thing. I know that tomorrow they could hire 100 people to do the job and give us 5,000 artists. I know that. But my point was, is it something that is interesting to them to do or appealing for them to do, knowing that making them more wanted, right? More appealing by limiting them, it's going to make more people want them. So anytime they're available, they can easily charge us an extra $50 because guess what? There's only 1,500. They used to be $450. Now they're $500 because guess what? More people want them. Right. So if you want them, guess what? You're going to pay more. So I think that'll happen before they increase the amount of numbers.
But of course, because that's the evolutionary growth of it. They came in thinking that this rooted hair thing is going to be a specialty. It's if you want the premium, you get this package up here. But now the third party companies are coming in. They're going to do it just as well. And suddenly this ain't going to be so premium anymore. And at that point, when you don't have the exclusivity factor of it to make it so special, they're going to start pumping these things out mass produced because somebody else is gonna. So it's just gonna force them to. And then this brand Artisan, which we spent a long time agreeing is just hair, right? Well, then it means nothing. So, baby oil, what?
You pay what they asking, so they're going to keep charging you. Baby oil not included. So it's 100% true.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. No matter what price point they put on whatever figure, if it's a wanted figure, if it's a popular figure, if it's a figure that people want in their collection, it won't matter how much they charge.
See,
go ahead.
I think they're close. Honestly, I think they're at a number where like they're close where people, I don't think people look at, I'm not going to pay it. If Hot Toy Artisan figures are going to be $6.99 for a Hot Toy figure, guess what? I'm out.
It's not $6. Where are you getting $6.99?
No, I'm saying the price point right now for an artisan figure is $550, right?
For
you
that,
can't dispute that. It's $550 now.
For that one, they're around 500. Let's stick to that number.
Okay, but I'm saying as time goes on, if these things get to plus 600, right? We're $50 away from $600. That for $600 for a 1/6 figure, that's a price point I am not willing to pay. Like $500 is to be honest, a figure I'm not willing to pay. Not for a 1/6 figure. Like that's you're getting now statue money.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm not, and yes, I paid more than that for a figure. Yes. Every time I've done that, though, I've regretted it. I've never felt good when I spent $900 for my Iron Man 47, or when I did the custom Supergirl for $800. Like, I never felt good with any of those purchases because it wasn't worth it to me. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't get the paying the $350 for the War Machine Mark I. You know, that was a wonderful
for the plastic one or the diecast?
No, for that hunky metal giant monster.
Yeah, the diecast one.
Yep.
But that's not bad. $350 for that one.
No, that was great. That's what I'm saying. Like $375, I think that was $367.
Yeah, I was gonna say because that figure that figure was worth every penny, man. That figure was incredible.
See, you just brought up something that's really, because all right, again, it's like, how do you slice the thing? You're right. Like, I've become price conditioned to accept paying $500 for more figures than I would like to. Like, that's not the norm. If that was the norm, I might have to just bow out because that's just too much all the way around. Right now, it's just a few figures here and there. But even that shouldn't be. Like, it really is ridiculously expensive for what the thing is. So I agree with you. But at the same time, rather than just say, I'm not going to pay it, what I do is go, I'll just get less things per year.
Correct.
And I'll still get that.
Correct.
So that's my sick kind of way of dealing with not allowing. I don't want to let it go. I want the thing.
That's what it is. And that's what it, at the end of the day, what it causes, what it forces people to do is just adjust how they're doing what they're doing at the moment. That's it. That's it.
Because unless we move as a unified front to affect prices, which would mean we all have to agree, we have to meet somewhere, conspire, and agree to not purchase. Nothing's going to change. They're not going to do us any favors. So I just have to go. I have to go. If I want this thing, I have to figure out a way to pay for it that doesn't make me feel horrible about myself.
But look, there's people who drop out of the hobby all the time. So I feel like if they keep raising the price points, people will drop. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to drop. I won't be here. I'm gonna be out.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm not to that yet. I'm to the point where I'll adjust to stay in it. But the next step after adjusting is out, because then it's like, then I'll just be like, well, I'm just going to allow myself like 5 a year, pick your 5 favorite and just whatever they cost to get them. And that'll be it. Because at that point, like, I can't, at $300 a piece, they're hard to stay up with.
$200, $250 figures that they're charging me double on because of this pandemic bullshit that they're justifying.
No, it's crazy.
If they made 90-something figures so far this year, and I have 45 left on pre-order, that means I have half of everything they put out in a year. That's insane.
It's insane.
I'm not Bob.
It's insane.
I'm not trying to get the whole thing, collect them all, Pokemon.
I don't even do that anymore. That it's impossible now. So, guys, as I told you in the beginning of the show, we got some crybaby news, obviously from InArt, as always, because nobody cries about Hot Toys. Everybody cries over InArt. And like I told you, that person was going to regret that comment saying that people cry over Hot Toys. As you can see, nobody's crying over Hot Toys. So here we have Sam from Collectible. I believe that's Justin's group, if I'm not mistaken. So it says here, after weeks of waiting, then having to chase up my invoice from InArt because it never got sent through, I finally received my 1/6 Superman this morning in Sydney. Yeah, he's definitely Justin. My excitement very quickly changed to disappointment to find that the figure was damaged before even taking it out of the box. The collar around the neck has snapped, which is right here. This piece here, it's ripped. And there is a black stain on the emblem, which is right here. So somebody shit on the Superman emblem. The box the figure comes in also wasn't shrink wrapped. What do you expect? This is InArt, you peasant. Which I've seen. It says shrink wrapped, which I've seen it's supposed to when comparing it to other unboxings. So he got a leftover one. It's really disappointing to see this after waiting so long to get him, concerning that it was even boxed up in this condition. So, like I said, anybody who thinks this company is anywhere near better than Hot Toys is out of their mind. Look at the quality control of it. It sucks. You can figure out, and you can try to figure out and try to justify this company all you want. That's your problem. It'll never be better than Hot Toys. It'll never come anywhere near close Hot Toys. Doesn't matter what you're talking about, okay? It's just that simple. Nobody's saying you can't like it. Nobody's saying you can't love it. But when it comes to comparing it to the King, do not do that to yourself because you get embarrassed every single time.
Did Nefty get his?
He did, I believe. I think he did get his. Hopefully his is good. He said he was in the city tonight, busy, so he wasn't going to be able to make it on the stream.
When are we going to see it?
Yeah, so and also we were supposed to have obviously the the live unboxing. So I think what's going to happen is he's going to do it from home. So he's got professional cameras now. I think he has DSLR cameras now, or at least one. And so we're good. So we're going to do the live stream, the live unboxing during the live stream. So obviously we got to schedule that. And he's going to be doing also the 89 Batmobile as well. I believe the same night, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe if we have to do one first one and the other one another night, that's no problem. But Nefty will be doing them himself on, at home. So he won't be coming here, obviously, which, it's fine. I told him if you want to save the trip, just do it from there. It's not, it's not that big of a deal. I don't think, he should take the whole trip, hours away to do the video. Obviously, if he wanted to, he's welcome here, all the time. But it's just, why do the trip over a vehicle that we all know is going to be shit? No, I'm just kidding. Imagine. No, I hope he gets, I hope he gets a great one. I hope his is flawless. I hope his Superman is perfect because again, I don't wish you guys can take it however you want. But I don't wish bad on anybody, especially after spending the amount of money that we spend on these things. It's like, oh, I hope your figure sucks. Absolutely not. Absolutely never. But I will call it out every time the figure sucks. Michael, are you expecting anything, waiting for anything besides the She-Hulk that we're both waiting for?
I mean, I haven't talked to you guys all week. So, I mean, let's talk a little bit about
Trumpy. That, what I was going to tell.
Do you see them all crying on the internet? I love it.
I
love it. I love it.
Fabs, the figure thing, the poll thing that you do. You got to do that. That's what I was going to tell you. I go, you got to get Mike's figure in 4 different poses and put that on.
Well, hold on. Fabs, what are you going to do with all the water and food buckets?
Oh my. Oh, Michael.
Because really, thank God you don't have to use that stuff now, right?
But you don't.
I gave him a pass.
What you don't understand is that what absolute you think it's. Oh my God!
I knew.
So now, what are you waiting? Are you waiting for anything? Are you expecting anything?
Waiting for 35% Chinese tariffs. I'm waiting for mass.
Now, wait a minute. Really, do you think this is going to affect our prices of our stuff?
No.
That's what I said. I said the same thing. I said it didn't happen before. It ain't going to happen now.
No, I don't think so. I don't. I really don't. To say that, what I mean? You think they're going to put a 35% tax on toys coming in? No.
Well, I don't know how we put with the volume of things that we rely on them for. I don't see how it could happen anyway. No. You know what I mean?
Because then that adds to inflation. That they can't do that, right? You can't do something that's going to hurt the average American pocket. Ain't gonna happen. You know what I mean? So they're gonna do
correct.
It's gonna affect other things. It's not gonna affect.
That's exactly what I said. That's exactly what I said. He's not gonna milk us even more than we already are by the Democrats. It's
his favorite leverage. It's his favorite tool for leverage.
Yeah, but he didn't do anything negative to our pockets the first 4 years. So how can we expect something to happen now? You know what I mean? That's why I would never expect that. And when you guys asked when Luch brought it up, it'll never happen. It'll never happen. If he says what he's going to do, which he did it the first time, he said exactly what he was going to do, and he did part of it. He didn't do it all, but he did a lot of it. Now that he's got a super team around him, what do you think he's going to do? He's going to do as much as possible. He's got Elon. He's got Robert Kennedy. He's got Tulsi Gabbard.
I'm just talking strictly the tariffs, though.
Yeah, right. There's no learning
no.
on the job this time to a degree, right? He can just go in and go.
Correct. He's going to go right to work, and he's going to start fixing stuff left and right immediately.
Let's hope so. Let's pray so.
Correct.
I'm hoping the best.
Let me tell you something. As you guys know, I don't vote. I never even registered because I don't trust.
You what?
People. No. I don't trust these people. I don't trust any of them.
But he buys food buckets and you don't vote? You really are. Then you know what? Don't stop talking.
I don't care who you are. I don't trust you. You're not supposed to trust your government as it is. That's a first and foremost. If you trust your government, God bless you. Okay?
What do you mean? That's why you vote. You have a say.
Anyway, so
I know you are from a foreign country, so I get it. I understand.
I'm a citizen of this country.
Oh, you are? I didn't. Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't vote, so I didn't know.
Exactly. So the thing is,
I didn't see you at the polls, citizen.
I didn't see it at the polls the other day. I'm sorry. I didn't see it at the Asset Library. I'm sorry.
Hey, you know what they say? You play stupid games. What do you win? Exactly. Yeah. And so that's why I don't do it. That's why I don't bother. But I will tell you that everything that he said he was going to do, not everything, a lot of the things that he said he was going to do the first time he did. Obviously, he didn't do a lot. His own people started turning on him. There was not much he could do. Now that he's got a whole full super team, he's got Elon, like I was saying, Robert F. Kennedy for health. He's going to clean up the government. Again, these are just words. We have to see what happens when he gets in, if he even gets in. Okay, because everybody, just because he won doesn't mean, oh, that's it. Everything's great now. Nothing has happened yet. Apparently, all these countries are talking about, oh, we want a ceasefire. Everybody wants peace now that they found out that he won. What does that say to you? What does that say to you? If Putin already called them, hey, we want peace. Iran already said, we want a ceasefire with whoever they're fighting. So
they just grabbed 3 Iranians that had a plot to kill him.
There you go. So everything all of a sudden is coming to a halt the moment he got elected. So what does that say to you about the system? That it's all done on purpose for somebody to become rich. And who is getting now? What are they doing before they leave office? Another $6 billion for Ukraine. For what? Please explain to me for what. All of this money being given away is killing us. That's what's causing all of the inflation, all this free money for Ukraine. $61 billion for another country for
but
what?
It's not just that, right? No, look, it's the pandemic money that created all the inflation. But I get it. I'm with you.
That's part of it that didn't help us, right? But $61 billion to Ukraine, that didn't help us one bit.
You know what I'm bugging out about now? Besides all these, all the little lefties in our hobby, crying on their posts and putting up all those posts.
Derek,
if I had to read another whiny, crying post about how your life's over and you're coming from your moral high ground, you're such a douchebag. I know I called someone out by name, and I won't do it again because I don't want Fabs to get in trouble. But you're such, it's so douchey.
Hey, wait,
effing douchey.
Wait. First of all, I will never get in trouble for something you said. That's number one. It comes out of my mouth.
Okay. I know you get mad. People. I know you get upset.
Absolutely not. I don't talk about people. What people want to say.
It's so cringy. It's so douchey and cringy.
Because I didn't even know what you were talking about when you said it. So I don't.
Because look, I've been in the hobby a long time, right? I'm friends with a ton of people, and it's sad that you see a lot of people bring, basically, I never post shit like that on the internet. You're a fucking asshole when you post shit like that on the internet. Knock it off. Talk about a hot toy, talk about a statue, talk about a fucking movie, but don't cry from some moral high ground about, your life's over because fucking Trump's in, office. It's so cringy and douchey. And I don't want to block you. I don't want to be the guy that blocks every left liberal loser in the world. I just don't want to. I can't. I don't want to be that guy.
Michael,
somebody I know. Wait, hold on.
Michael, choose your own style of cutting people off, but blocking is mine.
He is the blockbuster, man. That is his
blockbuster.
The blockbuster.
Look, the other thing I wanted to mention real quick, and I might as well mention on stream. What about this missing 13 million votes? You heard about that, right?
20 actually, but yeah.
No. It's not that much. It's not 20. It's like 12 or 13.
Well, I could tell you what happened. So, like, I was talking to today at work, I was telling one of my patients, this exact conversation that we were having, and I said, what they did for Biden was obviously they had to make up a bunch of votes. It was a lot of dead people votes that they brought in the middle of the night that they counted at the end. That's why you have that huge spike.
We don't know that. We don't know that.
No. That's what's been coming out through Project Veritas. That's what's been coming out through a lot of what do you call it? A lot of what are they called? Oh my God, journalists, right? This guy does stories on these people all the time. So that's what I'm telling. I'm repeating you what I heard from a journalist. Now, why didn't it happen now? Because they needed to steal that election to get the process going of what was happening these past 4 years, which was what? Wide open borders, stealing billions of dollars from the government, which they did. What was Biden doing the entire time?
You're already going to the point of they stole it, right? Let's just get the question answered. Don't you think there should be a panel or an investigation? How if these are such highly like they were toting, this was record-breaking turnout.
Absolutely.
Record-breaking turnout. Everyone's talking, get the mean orange man out. So you would think every Democrat in the world was going to show up to vote to make sure that asshole didn't get in. And you're telling me 12 million of you didn't show up? I just said, you know what? F it this time? No, no way. Something funny is there.
And
I want an answer. I just want to
they already talked about it. They already talked about it. Elon Musk said once they get in, they're going to figure out what happened. They're already bringing that up. Like, where these people go? Absolutely.
Yeah. I just want do an investigation in. I don't want to make accusations. I don't want to assume nothing. It is so strange because I think Trump is going to end up with the exact same, very close to the number of votes he had in 2020 that did in 24. Correct. Like he's not off by not even a million. I think once all the votes are tallied, you know what I mean?
Correct.
So
no, it's true. So that's my thing. They did what they had to do, but how do they do it? Again, a bunch of people's dead ballots, right? That they just counted overnight. They had a whole database on people, and like I said, Project Veritas went to these locations.
I remember the mail-in things and
right. So exactly. So that that was a whole thing. And again, they're having this conversation now. Elon Musk brought it up. They were talking about where these votes come, where are these people now? So that's something's gonna come out of it. It has to. But that did happen 100%.
Bad boy, this is definitely not CNN.
I was gonna say, Derek.
How dare you?
I mean, maybe Fox News if you want to say that.
I was gonna say this is definitely Fox over CNN. Don't ever disrespect me like that again, Derek. I'm from UK. And I'm glad Trump is in. He will get you done. Mike, hold Trump up hell. See?
Where'd he go? Here he goes. I gotta get my Trump voice.
My Trump voice. Look at that guy.
Stop putting up your posts, everybody. Stop whining.
Wait, leave him there. Do not move him. Do not move him, please.
Right. I was gonna say you got one.
Right there. Leave him right there.
I have many, many friends and many, many hot toys, but Fabio is my friend, even though I have more figures than him. But don't forget to comment, share, like, and subscribe. Make figures great again.
You should have soloed him.
Oh, my God. Matt Planet, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Happy Saturday.
So besides that, no, I don't get figures coming in. We got She-Hulk. We got I still got a shitload of boxes on my floor that I gotta open. And yeah.
No.
Michael, question for you. Will you be buying one of those Tesla robots to help you maintain your collection, to at least dust and stuff?
Tesla robots? What's he talking about?
The Tesla robots that were announced like 2-3 weeks ago?
Haven't seen it.
Oh my God. Do you watch TV? Unreal.
I don't.
Liam says, I need a 1/6 Trump and other U.S. presidents. Yeah, they have Obama, they have Biden, and they have Trump.
And the other U.S. presidents. What do you want? We want a Lincoln? What do you
I think somebody did a Lincoln years ago. Actually,
Who did Lincoln?
I think somebody did. Yeah, years ago.
Yeah.
All right, guys. You too. Jay, go ahead. What are you waiting for? What are you expecting?
I got stormtroopers coming finally.
What, the environment, the Death Star environment?
Yeah, because I got a couple
of many of each.
I got 6 of the white ones, and I already have 2 of the red ones, and it's going to make a nice wall. And then,
my God,
it's going to be cool. I'll share your pictures by next weekend. I should have them.
My God, I barely got one. This is going to be, guys, my very first standard Hot Toys Stormtrooper. I have the Metacom ones that are all white. I have the Space Troopers by Hot Toys that obviously are just standard, but not your regular, blaster ones. So this is going to be my very, very first one. Remember, they made those years ago. They're remaking them again. So this is my very first white one. And then I'm waiting for one black one, the Shadow Trooper as well. Those will be my very first standard Stormtroopers in my collection. Because I don't own, besides the ones I mentioned, I don't own any other ones.
Well, I could fit 8 across, and I had the 2 red ones. So I was like, do I do another 2 red ones? But then it would be alternate. It would be white, red, white. I go, maybe that's too much. Maybe that's a bit too much of a simple, I need a Lincoln. So I just went with the rest of them white, and then I'll just have 1 red on each thing and the white across. It'll look really hot. You'll see. I'll show you pictures.
All right, guys. As always, thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you in the next one.